It's the 107 over here. So, oh, go.
We're live, and it's 1080p, and it's almost 1:08 a.m. Eastern time. We're live. Tony's upset.
I'm not upset.
He said
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
We were supposed to go live like 3 weeks ago. We were, it was like maybe three and a half weeks ago. And it was one of those Thursdays when I think I might have come home and fell asleep.
And then I think
it was one
I
of
come home
those.
from the drive. I come home from a 12-hour drive. Be like, hey, I made it home. When we gonna do this?
This guy.
Hey, are we going live? And I'm seeing the message at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, huh?
Yo. Oh my God.
Okay, this is Ted Hicks, Late Night Parents. We have, for the first time in a while,
long time,
long time. All four of us. Brian TX, otherwise known as Fight Gloves Dude, Tony D, Mr. B the Fight Guy. Glad to have all of us together again.
Word.
Feels very good.
Yes, it does.
What did we just watch?
We watched the Upside Down, man.
Yeah, it was
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, man. Live on Netflix. Yes, from Dallas Stadium.
AT&T Stadium, 70,000 people there.
Yeah, big crowd. Very big crowd. Very big crowd.
250 million people globally watching this event.
Still a shit stadium.
That is crazy.
A shit stadium.
I went there once, Brian. It was tonight's episode is The Thrill Is Gone.
Intro.
I went there once, and back in 2015, because they might have opened 2014, 2015. So almost 10 years ago, I went there. The only thing one of the things I thought was so weird about the stadium was one way in, one way out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell no!
It was an event getting to the stadium. $100 parking. This is 10 years ago. $100 parking. I don't know what it is now. It could be $250 parking.
I don't know. I was there last Saturday, and I because the concert I went to was over at the Ranger Stadium, which is right across from it. But yeah, Uber. Yeah, like we paid an Uber to get there because I was like, man, I ain't paying 50 to 60, 80, whatever. I'm like, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't wasting money on that. I was like, we're better off getting an Uber, and we're better off getting an Uber and everything's a little bit cheaper. But yeah, no, I mean, like Cowboy Stadium, it's like,
For those that don't know, Brian's from that part of Texas that doesn't like Dallas. Keep going, Brian.
Exactly.
Well, is that part of Dallas Democratic?
Oh no,
Houston's Democratic too.
Oh, okay.
Like Houston, like I said, like all the large metropolitan areas are like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, El Paso.
Austin. I heard Austin was
all Democratic, but it's the surrounding counties that's all Republican.
It's most states.
Most states.
It is most states.
So yeah, all the large metropolitan cities is all Democrat run.
Hey Sadie, how you doing, lady?
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Hey, how you doing, Sadie? So I noticed that, and so I went to a Giants and Cowboy game. Spent about $350 for the ticket. We were in the upper third tier, mind you.
The real steep.
Yeah. 10 years ago. We were, I mean, my nose wasn't bleeding, but I was just like $350. I was like, geez. I said, what's up with those seats down there? I guess those are like $10,000 tickets down there, down in, I guess, row 1 or row 2.
Jeez.
But so that's my take on and knowledge on AT&T Stadium. I don't know about the whole thing with. Oh, you know the other weird thing, Brian, when I was down there, everyone like remember when I was in the supermarket, and the big thing. This is me being the New Yorker. Everyone kept saying, "Hey, is Jerry going to open up the roof today?"
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like, I don't want to say cultish, but it was like, is Jerry going to, like, they were talking about Jerry Jones like monolith.
Yeah, it's the same thing down here with Cal McNair, because for a decade, for years, when Bill O'Brien was our head coach and when Bob McNair was alive, the only time I remember the roof being opened was maybe 3 times, and then when Bill O'Brien became coach, closed. And I'm like, what? I'm like, and then you know, and now we're entering that part where clear skies, sunny, 72 degrees. It's like, open the goddamn roof. Right. But now that D'Amico Ryans is running things, and then Cal McNair, Bob McNair's son, because Bob McNair passed away, Cal McNair takes ownership of the team, and now it's like, we're in the fall weather, open the roof. And it's like glorious. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's my only argument. It's like we're at the point where we have perfect weather now. Open the damn roof. Because I mean, like the Astros and the Rangers, like they, at least on their stadiums, they open the roof. Beautiful day, open the roof. Give that natural ballpark feel.
Open the roof.
Open the roof.
That's how that be.
Mr. B, we were going to have something before the fight, but I think it's apropos to give you the floor and for you to provide your assessment, your take of Netflix first foray into live boxing. Was it everything that you expected and wanted? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel cheapened? Is it like that Sunday morning? You know, I wouldn't say you because you're a church-going man. Where you
dude, I can't swim through all this shit you
do. or when you woke up Thursday, November 6th, and realized things were great.
Oh, man.
Right, wait. Here, I want to finish with this before we hand it to you, Mr. B. You hear the car. The tires are screeching. It's early Sunday morning, like 5 a.m. in the morning. And you hear the tires screeching, and the back door flies open, and the whore flies out. And she gets up.
The whore flies out?
Wow.
That's what he said. The whore flies out.
And she gets up, and the guy or whomever in the back throws out the high heel shoe, and she gets up, and she's you know, you've seen that movie. She gets up. She gets up, and she's kind of walking like with the limp or whatever like that.
This is why I tell y'all to do this before 10 o'clock in the evening.
That's what I was gonna say.
On straight late night nightcap.
Yeah, we have entered the delirium hour.
Nightcap.
The
limp, yes, the limp.
The limp.
She has the limp, and she picks up the shoe, and she's walking, and the car just speeds off. What feeling do you have after watching this sports entertainment event, Mr. B?
Well, after watching this, first off, it was a good job they did. Visual wise, big place, big stadium, you know. You went out there, you put a big, large crowd out there. A lot of people showed up to see this event. Credit to them for that. Even it got canceled, but so for them to have it canceled and then bring it back and still have the turnout, that's a thumbs up right there. That's 2 thumbs up. To have the fights that you had on the card, not bad. It worked its way up to more notable people, and then it ended up being the event. That was good. You know, the main event there. The fights weren't really bad. No, they weren't bad. They were all right. They all went to decision though, except the one that ended in a draw. Hands down, I think between the Barroso fight, the Barrios fight, my fault. Between the Barrios fight and the ladies fight, Katie, oh my God, Amanda Serrano.
Let me find out you forgetting names.
Yeah,
I'm on your ass.
between Serrano and what's her name? There you go. I find that fight was good. That fight was good, you know. That was a real good fight. But the main event kind of fell on deaf ears, you know, unfortunately.
Even JoJo tired. He talking slower.
It's because you know when you're excited to watch something and then when you finally watch it, it was like it's good, but it didn't live up to a lot of the expectation that you had.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. Katie Taylor won her fight with Serrano. There you go. But the fight itself was a great fight between the two ladies. But then we had the problem with the headbutts. Serrano's eye got gashed open. The eyelid was busted open. They still let the fight go, which respect. That was a real good thing to do. That was a good call. It didn't interrupt her from her boxing. I wish there were 3-minute rounds in the boxing fight because Serrano's last couple of fights were 3-minute fights. But that wasn't the case. A unanimous decision would have went for a split decision, even if it was a draw. But I think the decision for Taylor, I don't know, man. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I really wasn't feeling that.
And I will admit, like I was going for Taylor, but then after seeing, I'm like, nah, I think Serrano got this one because like the last 45 seconds, then Serrano went on the melee and Taylor couldn't answer back, and then throughout all the other rounds, like Serrano was keeping her composure and everything. So that's what I was like, no, I think Serrano got it by unanimous decision.
Yeah, so that's the only thing, like other than the rest of that was the only things that I had a problem with. Other than that, the rest of the fights were okay. Tyson fighting Jake Paul was not quite my cup of tea. I thought, I know that Tyson was a lot older, but, I thought he was going to come out with a lot more vigor. I thought Jake Paul would go out there and do a lot more, trying to go for the kill, but it was just like an exhibition fight, If you've seen Gotti versus Mayweather, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Like
it was like a Gotti Mayweather fight.
Entertainment. That's all it was.
Yeah. So respect to that. Jake Paul, they have to knock him out. They both leave unscathed. Really, they got their money. It's all right. Okay, cool. And the Dallas fans got to appreciate something because the Mavericks have been on the skid. I don't know what the hell's happening with the Cowboys.
Yo, wait. Finish your fight because we're gonna do that next. Finish your fight. Talk. People miss you talking.
I don't know.
Between
what's his name? What's his name was in the crowd too.
What's going on over there on YouTube?
What's his name was in there in the crowd too. And they mentioned him,
Michael
and I
Parsons?
said, oh, yeah. And I said, boy, after he was just talking crazy, now he's out here like that. I said, yeah, we're gonna leave it alone.
Have you guys ever ordered, like, you're looking for a product, and then you go on Amazon, and then you kind of go that route and go to Temu and order it, and when it arrives, the hope is up, and you get that product from Temu, and you're just like, damn, I'm depressed. After you receive it,
I haven't ordered off of Temu yet.
That's what tonight felt like.
Man said I bought a Temu PS5.
It's like it's a PS5 for only $30. Man, this is a great deal, and you wait the full 2 weeks, and you're checking your mailbox.
That's what it was. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, though. And the overall of it is just like the two fights were exciting. The Ramos Barrios fight and the Taylor Serrano fight. That was it.
You know the problem, Joe, with Taylor Serrano is nothing will ever match Madison Square Garden.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. That vibe is different. But props to them, though. It got on Netflix, so you didn't really have to pay a crazy... You didn't have to really pay. All you had to do was have a Netflix subscription to watch this. So,
right.
Props to that.
I wonder how much Jerry put in for the bid that had that, though.
How much Jerry put in for what?
To have that bid, to put in on a bid to have the event there.
Oh, I wanted that too.
Because I mean, because you know, like how whenever they do Super Bowls, they got to do a bid. WrestleManias, they got to do a bid. So for something live and everything, I was like, I wonder how much Jerry put in on his end to get Netflix and everybody say, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, who else can offer a venue that can house comfortably 70,000 people?
Steinbrenner.
It's not indoors though.
It's not indoors.
Not indoors, and it won't collect that magnitude.
While being indoors. It's in the country, and it's also one of the newest stadiums in the country.
Yeah.
Atlanta could have done it. Dallas can do it. Houston can do it. Philly could do it. Philly traffic would have been madness.
But I'm saying you need somewhere with a dome. You need somewhere with the ability to have a dome. So just in case of the elements outside.
Yeah.
What? Boom.
We already know Vegas could have done it with no problem.
Oh, that would have been money right there. That'd have been the obvious right there.
And that's only 20,000 people.
What?
No, at the football stadium.
The new
football stadium.
Oh, where the Raiders play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yes.
Yeah, because with all the hotels there, and because when I was there back in December, they were building walkways from Mandalay Bay to get there, the Luxor to get there, because a lot of that stuff was under construction because they're building walkways.
Mm-hmm.
So with the football stadium there, and then all the hotel, man. Because thinking about WrestleMania is going to be there April 4th and 5th on that weekend, and if my schedule falls open on that weekend, even though if it's sold out, I'm still going to go to Vegas just being in that environment.
Got it.
But I mean, but still though, I mean, but yeah, if Vegas would have been the bet because you got everything there.
Now, as far as this fight goes, I'm gonna give Tyson credit for going the distance. I'll give Jake Paul credit for not taking advantage of any weakness on Tyson. He did go for a straight up match. I saw more contact on this fight than I did on the Mayweather McGregor fight. It was more of a fight instead of a dance because they were at least. It looked like a sparring match. They was testing each other the whole time.
And McGregor got tired.
There was a little bit more about that. Tyson was winded. Jake Paul was just trying to show his endurance. And like I said, I saw a lot of respect during the whole fight, but I give them credit for not 100% BSing us. They got in the ring. They was going to make some money. It was more entertainment than a fight. A couple of good jabs here and there and all that. But Jake Paul had a lot more blows than Tyson, too. I knew it was over. He had a lot more. I mean, he had like triple the blows damn near. It was more contact. And Tyson was just showing that you ain't going to knock him out. He did take a couple of hard hits, but Jake Paul was coming with his. Jake Paul had a longer reach. He was younger. He was taller. And then Tyson was 8 pounds heavier, which matters in boxing if I remember correctly. 8 pounds can be a bit of a difference when you're going up against somebody, but Tyson was solid. He looked more solid than Jake Paul did. But he also
Tyson was fit.
Yeah, I saw him holding his arms by his ribs. So I'm like, okay, something ain't right, because he was sitting tight the whole time. Normally he's got a little bit of swag on him, but he looked like he was guarded most of that fight. That was the age talking. So he said he ain't done fighting, which shocked me. And we all heard the end of the match. match. So if you didn't see it, you might want to watch it at the end of the match. Let's just say there's an Easter egg back there.
That was the tease.
Yeah, that was a
Tease
tease.
is, hey, depending on this one, we got 20 mil for you, and on the back end, we might have another 30 for you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, but I don't know if we want to see that.
I'm not really trying to see that.
People want to see both of them Paul brothers go up against the legend, Mike Tyson to go. It's like if you're a new rapper going up against an old head, people want to see that.
That's like watching. That's like asking for Logan Paul to go against the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Undertaker,
I don't know if I would want to see that.
The Undertaker has begged people to let him retire. Y'all keep trying to bring his ass back in the ring.
It's the same relevance.
He's coming back for a bag. He's coming back for a bag.
Yeah.
He's always coming back for a bag.
Comes back for WrestleMania. That's his event.
That's true.
So yeah. So I mean,
Takeover's come back for a bag.
I don't know. I mean, like to me, it just had no. To me, it didn't serve any purpose. It's like, why is the guy going to go up against another guy half his age?
Exhibition.
For what? For what? Huh? Yeah, I know. I understand it's money, but still, if you want to look at your confidence and morality, it's like, yeah, I feel like a big badass because I'm challenging a legend, an icon, a retiree.
I think people were
like, how's that like the psyche?
I think people were expecting Tyson to go out there like he did when he fought
Roy Jones.
Who was it? Roy Jones on that Thriller card. Remember when he got there?
Yeah.
And he gave up those 2 rounds. It was like about 2-3 rounds of just fierce Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
He was tearing up Roy Jones' ribs and trying to kill Roy Jones for the first 2 rounds. That's what a lot of people expected, but we didn't get that. It was not the same, man.
So and then also too is that there's not many heavyweights now, are there?
No, not
heavyweights. I've been used to it. No heavyweights about his age. There's no heavyweights around Tyson's age.
Mm-mm.
Just heavyweights. Period.
Yeah, there's heavyweights.
We got heavyweights
just for him to fight.
For Jake Paul to fight.
Wait.
Oh no, Jake Paul cruiserweight. Jake Paul no heavyweight. Jake Paul cruiserweight. Jake Paul in that cruiserweight.
At 220, is he?
Cruiserweight around 220, but he's mostly like a 200 type guy.
He went up.
He went up.
Yeah, he's 220. That's what they said tonight. And I thought
he went up. Yeah, like around 222.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Logan Paul as huge. Cruiserweight.
Most of those other dudes. Yeah, he moved up. He moved up weight, but most of those guys, Jake, if heavyweight, Jake gonna die. Jake got outweighed by like 20, anywhere between 20 and 50 pounds, depending on who it is. Yeah, he'll get slaughtered. He'd get slaughtered. Yeah. Most heavyweights walk around 230 something.
That's what I'm thinking. 230.
230 to 250 something.
Yeah.
Some of them are 260 something, 250, 260 something.
230 and up. Be like those shows and shit.
Yeah. Nightmares. And that's just at the weigh-in.
So. Who do we see next for Jake Paul? He's screaming Canelo. I'm like,
Canelo's not entertaining that fight.
He's not.
If Canelo entertains that fight, that would be on some like Floyd Mayweather type stuff where Canelo retires and then he says, "Yeah, I'm going to come back for a fight."
I can
see
his thing. Canelo entertaining that in 5 years.
Something like that. Yeah, I'll see that too.
Canelo entertaining about 10 more matches. Jake Paul got to win to beat at least 10 more people.
What?
No ain't worried about him. Triple G ain't worried about him.
One test, and his last one solid test was Tommy Fury, and he lost. Yeah. So
it's washed up MMA fighters and Mike Tyson.
You said Fury. I forgot about Tyson Fury's big ass. Don't nobody need to see him either, because that dude was a monster.
Yeah, he's supposed to fight Usyk in next month.
Mm-hmm.
The rematch, Tyson Fury. Yeah, and after he got beat up the way he got beat up, man, I don't know how he gonna look this time around.
Yeah,
that was a wild fight, man. Golly.
I could see, and Joe's gonna say something, but I don't care. I could see Anthony Joshua going that route and fighting Jake Paul.
Here we go.
I'm not even gonna say enough. I'm just leave it alone. I'm just leave it alone. I would just leave it alone. I would leave it alone. I would leave Ted with his imagination alone. Because you know what? That's Ted's dude. I would leave him alone. You just want Joshua to be at the lowest point in life where he gotta go looking for a Jake Paul fight. Like, come on, dog. This is the former undisputed champion. Like, yo. You're talking about he's gonna be looking for a Jake Paul fight.
Jake Paul fight.
Oh God!
I mean, it's like you hit rock bottom.
He lost to Dubois. Come on, man. He's not done like that. Why are you making it? For people who didn't watch that fight, Anthony Joshua got beat from pillar to post in that fight for 5 rounds.
Yes.
I have not seen Anthony. You know what that was? That was the worst version of what happened when he fought Andy Ruiz.
Yes.
Because at least when that fight with Andy Ruiz, he actually had control in that fight until he wanted a brawl and got caught.
Yep.
With the Dubois fight, it was right out the gate. Dubois wanted to say, "Yo, screw you, let's brawl," and just took him out of the whole idea of boxing. And when he tried to box, he got washed up. So it was like,
that thing was killing me.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, man. The boy John Jones is fighting next. Later today.
Yeah.
UFC 309, MSG. He's gonna defend the title against the former undisputed, the Al Bundy of mixed martial arts, right there. My hero, Stipe Miocic, man. Why did Tony just roll and laugh?
The Al Bundy.
I call him the Al Bundy of MMA. I say that I say that on Twitter, and people die when I say that. And they say, "Yo, you're the guy who said that the last time." Like, yup, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is exactly like Al Bundy. They both got that same cadence when they talk. They both got regular jobs, but they go all out, man, for family, yo. And yo, Stipe is a firefighter. No reason for him to be fighting. And he going out there to fight the GOAT. The GOAT! The GOAT! So the GOAT, John Jones. Mr. I never lost. And my one loss was by a technicality. And now they brought 12-6 elbows. 12-6 elbows were back in the building. First event, just was it last weekend? First time they implemented 12-6 elbows, as well as the throwing a knee to a ground opponent. So now you have to have a couple more points on the ground to be considered a grounded opponent. If not, you can actually throw a knee to the head. Crazy, right? Yeah. And you can throw 12-6 elbows. You can always throw elbows, but it's 12-6. The downward elbows, you could throw those now. The ones that got John Jones disqualified in his fight against Matt Hamill, where he actually took that loss. But yeah, so he's fighting Stipe. That's going to be a firefight. Stipe, they call him, I call him the Al Bundy because, I relate with him. I watched a lot of Married with Children as a kid. Yo, he was unexpected to beat Verdum in Brazil. He did that. Every other guy that he fought while defending the title, he beat them. JDS, he beat JDS. They say he couldn't beat Francis. He beat Francis. He did lose to oh my God, Daniel Cormier, But then he came back and beat Cormier twice. He got the title back, but then Francis beat him. This is the rematch. Jesus Christ, knocked that man out, and then he hadn't fought since. So it's been about 3 years or so since Stipe's actually fought.
Wow.
And now he's fighting for the title. And John, John was out the game for 3 years, won the heavyweight title, against Cyril Gane for the vacated title because our boy left, went to collect the millions. He got the 20 millions cash money. He made $8 million or more. So he's made a lot of money. He's sitting on probably since that time and now, he's probably been sitting on anywhere between 30 and 50 million.
Wow.
So yeah, between the boxing fights, the MMA fight, yeah, he's sitting on cash right now. So props to him. But John's coming back. He got to fight this fight. And there's been a lot of news, because John Jones, they saying he's ducking. He's ducking the Englishman, Tom Aspinall, who's the current interim champion. That dude has a pretty good record, but he's a monster. And every time they ask John, John's getting upset. John's actually avoided interviews this weekend because of the fact that he doesn't want that guy's name being brought up. So that's been the case there. Although the rest of that joint, Michael Chandler fights Charles Oliveira in a rematch. I don't know if you remember, they fought one time before for the lightweight title. And Charles had won it. That's how Charles won it. They also got Bo Nickel, the NCAA champ, collegiate wrestling champ. He's fighting a dude in Scotland by the name of Paul Craig. In middleweight, that's gonna be dope. There's some lady fights going on there too. There's some good undercard fights here. Let me see. Yeah. David Onama's fighting this cat, a Mexican cat by the name of Roberto Romero, who's 8-3-1. David Onama is from Senegal. He's 12-2. Brutal kid, man. The guy wrestles well, but he got KO power, man. Some nasty business. They got some other good fights here too. There's a heavyweight fight. This Polish dude named Marcin Tybura got a weirdo haircut. He fights this guy named Jonathan Deniz. Deniz was supposed to fight on the card last weekend, but Derek Lewis pulled out. He was supposed to fight Derek Lewis, but Derek Lewis pulled out. He wasn't well. So Deniz is going to fight this guy, Tybura. It's like this. If Tybura doesn't get no grappling, Deniz is going to tear him apart because Deniz is a kickboxer, world-class Muay Thai kickboxer. Yeah, pretty solid-ass kickboxer. Chris Weidman, from Ted's area of the woods, Ted's neck of the woods, Long Island strong. Chris Weidman. So he's gonna fight Eric Anders. Eric Anders. What is he used to play for Alabama. Eric Anders. He used to play for Alabama back in the day. So I think he was a linebacker. Yeah. I remember, I think he's a linebacker or the defensive tackle, one of the two. But yeah, Eric Anders used to play. But yeah, the rest of the card pretty good, man. Pretty good. And next week they got wrestling and all this other weird stuff. But yeah, there's a couple other random cards that are showing, but UFC later today, man. Try to watch. Yeah.
All right. So, recap of last week.
Wait until Tony comes back. I've been dying for this.
I'm listening. I'm here, man. My neck just started hurting. My bad. Go ahead. All
right.
I'll be quiet.
So something happened last week.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Yeah, go ahead.
Something happened last week. I went to Cancun, celebrated the 25th anniversary. That's what happened last week.
Oh, yeah. You there you go. Yeah.
But something else happened that coincided with that, with my anniversary, was I said I wanted to get out of the country. Not that I wanted to leave the country or I don't want to be a part of my country. I said I wanted to get out of the country because there was a certain feeling I had, not about my anniversary, but about the presidential election. Hence, scheduled the trip November 4th through the 8th so that I would miss November 5th.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I did participate in early voting. But something happened on November 5th. I'll hand this over. I wanted to cue this up for Brian.
Remember the 5th of November.
Brian, the floor is yours.
Well, okay. Tony and I covered this, but I mean, we talked about it backwards and forward of like what went wrong, mainly with the Kamala team. So
Kamala,
Vice President Harris.
Kamala Harris. You.
Whoa, y'all ganging up on me like I'm seeing it now? Come on with it.
We had the three. I'm not putting any political connotation or anything on, but you know, you always on CNN you have the 3 or 4 liberal analysts.
I'm about to wake up. If y'all
ganging on the one conservative, and he or she is fighting for their life. But no, it's not that. But
no.
Go ahead.
Basically what we talked about was just that, you know, I mean, I felt bad for her, just the fact that how the hand that she was given. Okay, you had over 100 days to really plead your case.
Right.
Now, here's my takeaway of what hurt her. Damn, I should have wrote this down. All right, I'll shoot from the hip.
Check the messages in the video you sent us. Get to the point.
Right. Number one, all the interviews she had was scripted because she kept repeating the same thing to where everybody's like, God, can you say something else other than I was born in a middle class kid? So that hurt. So she was selective on her interviews and podcasts for like 30 minutes to an hour. So she didn't connect with the people. Trump did talk to everybody, because there's some people that he talked to. I was like, who the hell is that? Like Aiden Ross. I had no idea who that kid is. So he talked to all the podcasts and interviews that Trump did was like over 2 hours.
For the record, I've never seen JoJo lay back when any one of us talk. So
yeah. So that was the thing. Like Trump connected, Kamala didn't. Trump spoke with everybody.
I think we talked about. Go ahead. I think we talked.
Yeah. So like Trump talked to people for 2.5, 3 hours to everybody, where Kamala was selective, going from 30 minutes to an hour. Kamala.
Like
anyway.
Whatevs.
But anyway, so
Brian, you my boy, but you killing me.
But
you killing me.
But yeah, so that was a factor to the accents and the pep rallies having twerking on there, where like you got a pep rally and you're only talking your pep rally for 30 minutes. It's like, come on now. And so in my point of view, that's what kind of was like, she's really not saying anything that would really represent her. And then 2, the constant demonization of Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad. It's like, how long, like, y'all been playing this tape for like a long time. So like it got to the point where everybody's kind of like, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm gonna go.
Don't make me get on you. Don't make me.
Yeah.
Hold on. No. You know
Yeah.
that's a valid point. You know it's a valid point because she kept.
Brian.
So anyway, we're all doing our takes.
I'm trying to let you finish.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, so
you sound like Kanye.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let you finish.
But overall though, I think what really hurt her was the fact that she was kind of coddled, scripted, and not let her be her. Like when she did the Fox, when she kind of lost her cool a little bit, that needed to happen. I'm like, yes, finally we get to see what makes her tick versus smiling, joy, vibes, blah 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 blah. But I just think that overall that she did not connect with the people, and Trump did, and that's why Trump pretty much won by a landslide.
All right.
That was the abridged version. No, serious. It's.
Well, they tried, they lied.
Jojo, your turn.
They tried, they lied, they died, man. That's what happened, man. That's what it is. It is what it is, man. They tried, they went out there. They said, you know, the guy that folks elected was good to run the full 4 years, the full term. All of a sudden, you pull them out in the final minutes, and you say, nah, he's incompetent. You do that in August. That's crazy.
Oh, I said that back in 2019.
He did talk about that. He did.
I said that. Yeah, I said they only went with Biden because everybody else they found everybody caught on to everybody else's bullshit. And that's why they just went with Biden. Biden was dead in the water until South Carolina.
Yeah. So they have to. They took them. You pushed them to the side and you said who we got. You took the VP. The VP's there. You said, all right, we're gonna have the VP. Let's throw the VP up there. VP avoids primaries, which that was a bad idea. That was a bit of a bad idea.
Very bad.
Because now you just put her in the pot. You put her in the spot.
There were no primaries, and she was thrown in there. Me and Brian talked about it too. I got a little bit of a disagreement with that, but y'all go ahead, please.
That was a weird thing to do. Then you went for a VP pick. And knowing y'all's situation, there was a guy there from Pennsylvania. I forget his name.
Josh Shapiro.
There you go.
Josh Shapiro.
And you said, nah, we're going to take this guy, Tim Walz. I said, all right. They're taking Walz. I'm not liking the way this is looking.
Mm-hmm.
All those other people in the nursing home were like, nah, she going to get this. You think she got a shot? And I'm looking, I'm like, yo, if you only know the folks I hang with, man, I talk to, you would realize there's one dude, he's going to tell you hell no. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you, nah, man. So I was like, I don't want to feel bad. So I'm like, she might have a shot.
She did.
But I said, it depends on how the party handles this thing. It's not going to be up to her. It's going to come down to the party. They're like, she got to be confident. She got to answer these questions. I say, yeah, but it's gonna depend on how the party portrays her, how they put her out there, and she got to follow up with the rest of it.
But the party was already in trouble. She was supposed to be the saving grace, and I hate to say that she wasn't enough, but she wasn't.
No.
They're respecting the Obama vibes.
Not so much that, but she didn't bring a lot of enthusiasm to the political party.
No.
Oh. And then she was nowhere to be found as a VP.
No, she was found as VP. They saw her. She was everywhere. And a lot of people was getting on her about that. I saw and heard about her quite a few times and debunked a lot of places that was like she wasn't here, she wasn't there. She did go to the border. I pulled the article up when she went to El Paso.
She took her time to the border, Tony.
She took her sweet time.
Took her sweet time with going to the border.
I think it was 2021 when she went down there. It just went off as 2020, right?
No, they went in office 2021. But when you get assigned,
I mean, she got elected in 2020. Go ahead.
yeah. But so I want to give the floor back to you. My only rebuttal to you is you got a hot button issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's piping hot, and you get assigned to it.
Mm-hmm.
Your role is to go address it, whether it's a photo op, whether it's, hey, let me go down there and take a look, and you take your sweet time to go down there.
That's what a lot of people are saying. I know she went down there within a year of being inaugurated, if you will, for the position. And they had to learn and get acclimated to the spot. I mean, I don't know how fast she was supposed to get down there, but I do know she did go. And everybody's like, she never went. I'm like, yes, she did.
She
like,
went at the time.
She went to the wrong spot.
That's what you said. I remember you said that. I pretty much consider El Paso a hot spot, personally. But you there. So anybody on the border states can tell me where the bad spots
Eagle Pass, Laredo.
Yeah, you broke all them down.
Corpus Christi. Yeah, Brownsville.
Brownsville. Jesus.
And you out there, you on the wrong shows. You're on the wrong shows as you're doing your campaign trail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the mismanagement of the money. So other than paying the celebrities, so that girl Alex Cooper, who did the Call Her Daddy podcast, had to fly out to Kamala. Had to fly out.
Yeah, and they built the stage out. They built
you. That was pathetic.
They built the studio.
Yeah, they built the studio in a hotel room that cost over $100,000.
Yeah.
Like, why?
They did that. They handed Al Sharpton a donation of $500,000, and then he invited her to go do the interview on his show, and didn't mention this donation until they found it there after all these funds.
It's
I
all
said, yo.
Information.
I said, yo. But going back to all these things, it's like, damn, man. Like all this, you talk about Biden being incompetent, he can't, but all y'all swore he was fine. And then now all y'all saying he's not fine. Then you're blaming him. When everything is all said and done, now everybody's pointing the fingers. Yes. The one party that's been sitting here on race and gender, now all of a sudden, y'all got yourselves looking racist like a mom. And I'm like, for what? You can't curse. I'm like, that's what I said, mom. Because now all of a sudden, it's the black man's fault. It's the black woman's fault for following the black man. It's the Latinos' fault. It's the Caucasians' fault. No. Everybody who voted on one side voted on the other side.
Random Rick was good.
Hey. So what you doing, man? So what are you doing?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? You can't blame it. You got trans, right? You got this, right?
Put that on the screen. I ain't even look. How I know you're gonna put that on the screen?
It's Tony's fault. You got all these people fighting all these rights and all this. Come on, man.
Yeah,
they got their butts kicked. The Democratic Party lost bad. Very bad.
They lost Senate seats. They lost the vote.
Republican leadership in the United States of America for the next 2 years at least, before the next Senate elections.
Before the midterm
goes.
Yeah, for the midterm. So this is what everybody wanted. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'll get to.
We gotta see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the negatives on another day because I'm starting to wear down. But me and Brian talked about this quite a few times.
But it's so bugged out, man.
And as much as I support the Democratic Party, these past few years are not good.
No.
But I will tell you, in the 90s, it wasn't good for the Republicans either. So I've seen this.
No, it's been like that for both sides. But what I'm seeing here is that the Republicans are getting a little bit younger. The Republicans are getting a little bit younger
and more diverse.
Say that conversation, Jojo. Save me that conversation for real, because I will have time tomorrow.
and more diverse.
That's the plus and minuses of both sides. I think a lot of us need to talk about, because if I don't see anything on social media, it's a very strong attack against one.
Yeah. So
very strong. Yes.
Can I just jump in really quick and hit on some points? Not a career politician, a prosecutor.
Facts.
Who went into the political world. If you look at the progression, but not a politician, not when I say it's a politician, not giving her an out, but not a salesperson.
No.
You know? Okay. 4 years ago, when everyone was like, you know, the way the former president handled COVID, and then, you know, lockdowns and all of this other stuff.
Yeah, that was badly handled.
Yeah.
Biden came in. But do you remember, like, I think it was like that Saturday after the election, he gave a speech and he said, I'm a transitional president. Right there. Transitional means, hey, I'm going to be here for a quick minute to stabilize things, and then I'm getting out of here. It's kind of like a startup CEO, or like kind of like this is on the more of the sports media side. When Bob Iger left Disney, he retired. He was replaced by Bob Chapek. Chapek fumbled the bag. They brought Iger back to stabilize things. Now Disney is looking again for a CEO to lead them. So when you say terms like transitional, I interpret it as, okay, he's going to be here for a quick minute, meaning by midterm, he's going to be talking about, okay, folks, here's the bench. Everything's shored up. I'm going to finish out this term. And that never happened. That, I think, was the problem. That was the beginning of the end. The cognitive issues, which a certain party repeatedly talked about, drilled in. But as I said to you gentlemen before privately, the one thing that the Republicans did well was when they started busing the immigrants to sanctuary cities that were receiving payments for, you know, hey, we are a sanctuary city. We receive immigrants. We do this, we do that, and all that other stuff. When they started busing immigrants there and connected with the media to say, hey, we're busing them there, and they have no plans. And they had no plan. So you had a candidate that when she ran in 2020, she didn't get 1% of the vote. Okay. So this person now, no Diddy, is jammed down your throat.
Pause. Unpause.
And you have
hit the button.
And you have no option. So you have a certain political party or people who support that political party to say, hey, we didn't choose this candidate. This candidate was appointed to us.
Right.
That was another strike.
That was a red flag against her. This is true.
Yeah.
You know, so you're running on someone else's ticket. When they ask you on a certain show that comes on, you know, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern time, depending on your time zone, what would you do different? And she said, I wouldn't do anything different.
She did say that.
That was bad.
She got
that sealed it. That sealed it.
That was bad.
That
and then they asked her again, are you sure you don't want to change anything?
Sure you wouldn't want to change anything? And that's because you have someone who's not a politician, who was heavily scripted. I mean, it was like, name your favorite political show on Netflix. You know, it's House of Cards all over again. Seasons 1 through 3 were the best.
Oh man.
You know, everything, the world turned, and certain people who were starring or no longer starring on the show, but fully scripted, and you kind of got that hollow feeling. You also add in the fact, for the 107 days, I saw an endless amount of content creators, black and brown, with their feet on her neck constantly.
Yeah.
So she couldn't win this election in her basement. After she got through the bump of everyone was like, oh yeah, and this is going to be great, and all this other stuff. Country is the country.
Yeah.
You know, and the scripted part is only going to work all so long.
Exactly.
So, you know, what wins out is the fact that people tend to associate food prices and gas prices and inflation and everything else with this figure called the president, where if you said to them OPEC, if you said to them, you know, the different governing bodies that control X or whatever, which isn't the president. The president can combat certain things, but when it comes down to it, with the lunch pail topics are, she didn't do enough. She didn't do enough as a VP. She didn't do enough. She was too tied to the sitting president, and people want to know, hey, my eggs are $8, my milk is $7, my gas is $5.
I said that same thing.
And if you don't know who controls what, and if you don't know the price of something is going to go up, it's not going to go down.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
So there was no answers, and she got a clock cleaned with all the swing states. If you notice, just like with everything else. 7 states. It was 7 states. They were back and forth because all the other states were decided, or we thought they were decided, until that night. I came home. We were out. We were out having dinner and everything like that. We came in and I turned on the TV and I saw almost most of the map lit up red, and I was like, "It's over."
Yeah.
The Amish came out to vote.
Yeah, that was a huge one.
And then also
180,000.
And also too, they spent money on a smear campaign, a smear ad against Jill Stein, because Jill Stein took the Palestinian, the Arabs, the Muslim, the Pakistani, and the Jewish vote. So that hurt Kamala as well, which is nice to see that people know that, hey, there is a other party out there, because a lot of the states, I don't know if it's like the swing states, but I know like a certain amount of states, the DNC had blocked off the ballot.
Yeah.
To keep it two parties, when now they see that because Jill Stein was growing momentum. And so
she was, after you told me about it, she was.
She was.
Yeah. So the fact that they had her on the back burner, like, we ain't worried about it. But then when all of a sudden, when all the Muslims, the Pakistanis, the Palestinians, and all them went over to Jill Stein, they're like, wait, what?
I did see that.
Yeah, she did create a wave. She did create some waves.
So now that opens up the eyes to where now the courts could be like, hey, look, the independent party could jump in, the Libertarian Party could jump in, the Green Party could jump in.
Here's my question, though. I just got one big question. Where does that leave your point of view on the man the man who stepped out to try to save the day for the Democrats. Barack Obama. And his lecture.
No, it's unacceptable. She went to
it wasn't on one occasion.
Oh, Michelle too.
Him and his wife.
Michelle is guilty. Sonny Hostin of the View.
What's your thoughts there? Me, honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I'll be honest. That brother had me confused. He had me confused. He had me very confused. I've had all the people, and even my granddad, tell me, ain't no way in hell you have another man talk like that to you, unless you do something horribly wrong.
Right.
And that was wild.
Yo, the term is the brothers aren't supporting Kamala. And I'm like, come on.
I'm like, anything that could go wrong with this election went wrong. And you just added more fuel to the fire.
Mm-hmm. And also to your point, since Obama's presidency and realizing that he did nothing for the Black community, a lot of the Black people kind of went ahead and kind of downswayed from voting Democrat because, like I told you, like in the midterm with Stacey Abrams, she lost the governor race in Georgia and she blamed Black men, and then you had like Tiffany Cross, Joy Reid, and all them other one, all of them going, Black men, y'all need to help, y'all need to support. I mean, and then you got like simps like Keith Boykin, Van Jones, Roland Martin, all going, Black men, we need to stand together, blah 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 blah. You mean
Timu Al Sharpton?
Vanessa Jones.
Timu Al Sharpton, that's Roland Martin.
So I mean, hey, Nina, was Nina Turner wrong? Wrong?
She wasn't.
But if you look at the demographics, you look at the voting, Black men were there. Black women were there.
Yeah,
Jewish women were there.
Yeah.
They were there.
Everybody came out to vote. Just not the imaginary 10 to 15 million that showed up in the previous. And, you know.
In all honesty, did they really?
The questionable votes, though. The questionable votes.
Did they really put their cards on the table thinking that celebrities were going to carry across the finish line?
No, it's a far way from where you once looked at the Democrats at.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the values that you've seen before. It's like they just junked these things, bro. And it was like, we have to get back and we don't know how. What can we do?
That's why I said it's okay to leave, because when I saw all that bullshit going on, and especially how Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang was treated, I said, fuck this. I am never voting Democrat ever again.
Ever.
It's just, remember, it used to be about putting food on your table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, being in a home, raising your family, taking care of what you need to take care of, like those type of things. That's where I think the party moved from. I don't even want to get into the identity politics and any of that. But I'm just.
That's why I skipped on that. I didn't want to do that either.
Just the necessity of what you need. You know, that's what I think. When you've got this one out here twerking and all of this and all of these concerts and I'm like, what is this? Get down, do town halls with real people in real cities. What are you guys going through? What do we need the help at?
Oh man, when she did that town hall with Anderson Cooper, Anderson Cooper was trying to be like the crossing guard, but apparently the way she was answering, he was like, fuck, now I really gotta do my job. And because he did his job, boom, he took a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Which is why he's on the chopping block at CNN.
Yeah.
No, he's on the chopping block at CNN because he makes $20 million a year. And the channel or you know,
but
shit.
If it gets to a point where you now have to step in and do your job because you try to help her out, but then she bombed again, and it's like,
for real,
I have no choice. You played my hand, you know.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
So, and then also too, what also hurt her with the vote for the Black community, the whole collard greens in the bathtub.
We gotta stop the pandering. We gotta really stop the pandering. We gotta stop the pandering. Cause I see many of folks say, "Yeah, she be washing them collard greens in the bath." Knowing damn well if you go try to wash any type of food in any type of bathtub,
I grew up in the hood, and I know that shit is fucking false as hell.
You getting hit over the head, man.
I was stuck with the 2 previous elections ago with the hot sauce in the bag. Yeah, and I'm like, come on, what are we doing? And then
when she was doing her pep rally, I am no ways tied. I've gone too far. I'm like, oh dear God. What?
So
like what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Hashtag what are we doing here?
The thing about it is,
2 things I want to confess. 3 campaigns the former president, soon to be president-elect, ran that took place. 2 of them he won, so he's batting 2 for 3. Of those 3 campaigns, I didn't vote for him anytime. I did donate to the Harris campaign, and kind of salty because I was just like, come on, do your part.
All right. Do what you thought was right. That's all good.
You know, and where a lot of people wouldn't say whether or not they voted. I mean, they donated or not. I did.
Yeah.
And
right.
I was just like,
right.
I was just like, this is what we get for this. You kind of have the feeling of donating for the campaign, kind of like if you signed up and you paid for Netflix tonight to watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. You're just like, this is what I paid for?
Yeah. And this is your first time getting Netflix just to watch the fight.
You're like, how do I get out of this?
Oh,
you know, it's so the I don't think going to Joe Rogan would have even helped her.
It would it would have, because you have everybody, all walks of life, listening to Rogan. So, as some of the political pundits said, Rogan's like today's modern Oprah.
Oh yeah. All you would have to do was get it, like Brian said, take the time and just present yourself to the world. That's all.
And that's all he wanted to do. He's like, I gotta fly out to her, and then only for an hour.
That was crazy.
So
they had demands.
It's like he said, no, it'd be better. He said whatever time it was, he'll do whatever time. But he was like, I want to have her in the studio for 2 to 3 hours. He was, I want to talk to her and just get to know her, not gonna ask anything about politics or whatever, like, because nobody knows who the hell she is.
I think her campaign was too concerned about the gotchas.
That's what it was. It was the questions. It was the questioning. Yeah, because they said they wanted for an hour, and they were gonna only ask certain questions, give him what to talk about and what not to talk about. And he was like, "Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that because it's not. It doesn't feel authentic."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what and whether people like Joe Rogan or hate Joe Rogan, but the thing about it is with Rogan, it's a genuine conversation.
Yeah, the man's trying to find answers.
And that's what people appreciate, because it's like, wow, okay, that's a different perspective that you did not look at, or wow, this is a good conversation I didn't even think about. So, so yeah, I mean, and it was that, and then Dave Ramsey, how she was talking about my economic plan was good because the economist saying it was good. Dave Ramsey was like, yeah, I at the same time that he threw an invite to Trump, he did the same thing to the Harris, and the Harris people were just kind of like, we're just gonna wait a little bit. We just got other stuff going on. And like I said, Trump answered the call. So no matter who you were, Trump answered the call. Like I didn't expect. Like I said, I did not know who the hell Aiden Ross was. But seeing Trump pop up on talking to Dave Ramsey about the economy, that was good. Then Trump popping up on Flagrant, that took me for a loop. I'm like, whoa, Trump on Flagrant. And it was a 2.5 hour talk.
Right.
And, and it was a very good conversation.
Yeah.
So you can see that Trump is a regular dude. He's a regular guy. He's funny. If people don't think Trump is funny, y'all need to go. Y'all definitely need to go see therapy.
That's Trump's original thing. He's an entertainer.
Yeah, and so and then on top of that, and then boom, when I was like, whoa, Trump on Rogan, I was like, he won. I mean, and then Joe Rogan said, yeah, he was there for a whole 3 hours. Did not get a sip of water, did not get up to go to the bathroom. There was no editing. He was like, it was straight right there. We just kept going. He was
like, I had to cut it because he just wanted to sit and talk all day.
So now you see that he has a funny side. You see that he has a sensitive side. You see he has a normal side. Yeah. And that's what I said. No matter who Trump talked to, it was 2.5, 3 hours. Versus Kamala was 30 minutes to an hour. So then everybody's going to like, well, he's more relatable. So that's why the popular vote, because he's relatable.
And now you hear about this case.
So it's not sexist. It's not misogynist. It's not the ist or phobe or whatever.
Nope.
Kamala missed the mark.
Kamala.
And the party failed her.
Kamala missed the mark.
During some campaigns, I heard people saying Kamala. I was just like, geez.
Even Bill Clinton botched her name. And Bill Clinton even said that. He goes, yeah, if they would have had a primary and everybody got vetted, like you would not have these deaths. From Bill Clinton. So the thing is, don't have celebrities endorse you. If anybody sends out an invite, go talk to them Don't be all scripted and cuddled and having Tim Walz as your emotional blanket. 3, pick a vice president candidate that could actually hold his own. So missing the mark with Josh Shapiro, that because the thing with the whole pro-Israel, they were like that would have helped them out, but being that it's Michigan or being that it's
Pennsylvania,
yeah, we got to go with Tim Walz because that's who we need. And what I was trying to and like even my buddy Jason, I love the man. He's a brother to me. We've been bros since like high school, and he voted for Kamala. because he expressed his disdain for Trump, and I was telling him, I said, dude, as much as you hate Trump, I was like, I would not waste your vote. I was like, even though you won't vote for him, but I was like, don't waste your vote on Kamala. I was like, go to Jill Stein, and I showed him here, Jill Stein. I was like, here's Chase Oliver for Libertarian, but he said, well, they're gonna get that block, so that's why he went with Kamala. And I said, dude, do not waste your vote. I was like, she has done nothing to earn your vote. I understand your disdain for Trump, but I was like, if you have that, if you're that much disdain, I was like, vote down ballot. And I told him, I was like, she's very weak. And I said, pretty much if they would have had a primary, I said, Marianne Williamson could do laps around at her age. She could do laps around Kamala. And then on top of this, I said pretty much as far as like the strongest female candidate, Gretchen Whitmer, because think about it, at the DNC, she has her own rap song, Big Gretch. That right there. She has her own song. None of them other motherfuckers do.
So here's my question though. With all that's happened now, you think come 2028, you think if the Dems say, yo, let's get Michelle Obama on the ticket, you think it'll work?
Nope.
Here's the thing about Michelle Obama. Numerous of times she says, I hate politics. Then why are you speaking at? Why are you talking politics? Why are you doing these press conferences? Why are you jumping into this campaign trails?
They're oblivious.
If you quote unquote hate politics.
Because they're oblivious. I'm telling you, they think they're the czars of black people. I'm telling you.
But also, and this is the thing, that pisses me off about the Obamas. They are the richest black family in America. Am I wrong?
No, I think you might be pretty solid there. They're in the
top.
In the top.
Okay,
the top.
They're the top,
top
echelon.
25. Top 25.
They're the top echelon of the black community.
In America?
In America.
No, what about the black billionaire who's going to be a part of the Denver Broncos contingent?
No, I mean, I'm saying in the political world, the Obamas are pretty much
okay.
Oh,
in the political world, the Obamas are pretty much the top dog of the black community, right?
The royalty.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
With all what they had, got their education, why are they not uplifting black people? They're always putting down black people. Talking about, yeah, man, like Michelle's going, yeah, I'm afraid for my daughters that they could get pulled over by the cops and get shot.
Because it can happen.
Bitch, you still get you still get a car serviced by the Secret Service.
Well,
your daughters are protected.
Not even that. They're in the elites. They're the elite.
They are the elites, but
they're sitting on 44 acres of land, just peace, chilling, whatever. They got the Secret Service there. Their daughters are protected by the Secret Service going to school.
So you're telling me you can't be driving and pulled over by an overzealous police officer?
The cops know who they are.
The cops know who they are. But if you're black or brown, you can't get pulled over. Anyone can get pulled over.
But the thing about it is, if they get pulled over, like, oh yeah, you're Obama's kid. Hey, slow down, whatever.
That's definitely gonna happen. They'll be like, who my dad is.
But that's that's my problem. You got idiots like Joy Reid, Tiffany Cross, all the other knuckleheads out there. Van Jones talking about, oh, it's harder for the black community. I'm like, you're on TV, bro. Uplift, not put down.
Yeah. And now you can't do that. You can't play scare tactics no more.
So that's why you lost the black vote.
They didn't lose the black vote. What are you talking about?
They didn't lose the black vote. They lost a lot of black trust. Let's say that.
Yeah, well, okay, you lost the black trust, but I mean, come on. I mean, you got Anton Daniels, Brandon Tatum, Anthony Brian Logan, Hit the Button. You got all the other black content creators, the Pink Book, Poppin' Politics, all black content creators going like, nah, we ain't with that. Now we're going with Trump. We're all with Trump.
You see, there's
Jericho Green.
there's a level of people who got programmed, who got caught up in the mix, man. It's gonna be hard to take that out of people, you know that. And for a lot of the older people who, you know, who were voting and on that part where the Democrats were doing what they had to do, it's not the same no more. They don't get that. They don't get that. They don't see it. They don't see it. So, you know, the younger voters came out. They see it. They try to educate. You know, people gonna tell them, "Yeah, some fools. You don't know nothing about that." You know. So
yeah, and then with the with the young vote, the Gen Zers and all that, big huge props to Charlie Kirk and his team, because they go at the college campuses and they challenge. They try to challenge, and then they're like, "Oh, well, you're just a misogynist," or they're like Trump's a misogynist, and he goes, "Okay, name me two reasons how he's a misogynist." And you see him, they pause, and they're like, "This is a waste of time." I'm like, "Yeah, you have no argument. You're following what they tell you to do. You're following what everybody else says."
Well, I think here's the other piece, and this is a rebuttal to this, that everyone is following sound bites.
Correct.
No one does any digging, because it's like all you got to do is repeat this person is a misogynist.
What you say, what somebody said. Do your research. That's what I said.
What I've been saying, and then they're like, "Well, how can somebody do research?" I'm like,
there's a whole bunch of sites you got. Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell people. I said, I say not everybody that owns a smartphone is pretty smart, man.
I have Safari, I have Google, and Microsoft Edge on here.
For the record,
take a lot of time.
For the record, Jill Stein got 600,000 votes. It still wouldn't have made a difference. It still wouldn't have made a difference.
However, but the thing about it is, though, she took a large community that would have helped her out. Jill Stein took a large community that would have helped out Kamala.
500,000 votes?
It's a small.
He won by a landslide. That was.
It's a small dent, but it's a recognizable dent.
To be clear, because some dumbass on CNN or MSNBC, who's a Democrat shill, who's also on the list of the Nina Turner's emasculated list of the DNC. Yeah, the DNC emasculates black men. She said it. Her words. You could look it up on the podcast.
I did. I said one of the previous ones. She said that.
So this person, I forgot his name because that's how irrelevant he is, said that Trump couldn't beat Biden, but yeah, he could beat Hillary and Kamala. He could beat two women. So he's like, that's misogyny. And I'm just going, dude. I pulled over. When I heard that yesterday, it was yesterday. I heard that yesterday, and I just went, "Are we that bad in Delulu? Are y'all drinking the Delulu that hard to where it's like, yeah, he could beat women, he can't beat men? Like, Jesus, you can't grasp the part that where they ran a bad campaign."
Yeah, it was bad. It's bad all over. It's a whole bunch.
However, though, I will say thank you, Kamala, because you have unburdened what has been.
So was it a bad campaign that was run, or was it the fact that they had 100 days? There were several missteps that we've talked about.
It's both,
which added to the madness.
Yeah,
it was both, man. Because
it's a lot.
And like I said, the only time we actually saw Kamala be Kamala was when Brett Baer pushed her and she kind of lost her cool. Yeah. That needed to happen because all the other ones were just all joy and freedom. I mean, the one that she did with Oprah, that was like mind-boggling, because even watching it all the way through, even Oprah was kind of like, when she's holding the cue card, and she's like, yeah, oh, okay. And then she's kind of looking at the camera like, I'll just take that out. I'll take that out. Because even when she's going,
I didn't even watch. It was, you know what? This stuff was so cringy this time around that I was just like, I'm out.
And I did not even notice this till late last night or earlier this morning, but they said that for the Democrats that did keep their office, their campaign was non-woke. No trans this, no pronouns that. No, they're like, we're here to help.
That's a fact. That's a
we're
fact.
Here to help with medical. We're here for the border.
That's
we're here
fact.
to protect you. So
they
all
about hardworking Americans, and all that.
So all the Democrats that kept their positions did not add any woke.
No, they were just those typical old-fashioned campaigns, commercials. Yeah,
stuff that we were talking about.
You know?
No identity, no inclusiveness. It's like, hey, because they know, like,
put food on my table.
Yeah.
How do I deal with these costs? How do I deal with my health coverage? My kidneys, braces.
Yeah.
You know, the real stuff.
Yeah, tired of this oil being so high, the gas being so high. Tired of inflation. Hi, I'm Jim Smith. I want to be, you know what I mean?
Or even when I was even when I was working in New Mexico, like I'm getting all the YouTube ads because I watch like YouTube a lot, and so even the YouTube ads are like, yeah, they're like, so and so is too radical for New Mexico, so and so wants to raise up prices, so and so supports the abortion and blah 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 blah. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have none of this whole, you know, catering to the specialty groups and all those sort of stuff. None of that. So that was another thing. So yeah, the Democrats that kept their spots did not use any wokeness.
That was something to see. That was something to see.
And also too, I was watching a little bit. I was watching about half of it until the fight came, until I got pulled away, and you know, for the fight and everything. But I was watching on AOC's YouTube channel to where she was talking with Joy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
AOC is kind of like, because how she got on TikTok was like saying, did you vote for Trump and me, or did you vote for Trump and down ballot? And she goes, I will really like to know. And the feedback she got, she's kind of like, whoa.
They voted for.
So as she's explaining it to Joy Reid's like, well, that can't be true. We get this and this and this. And then AOC's like, yeah, but this is the responses that I've read. Like, she goes, there's thousands and thousands.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now AOC is getting the wake-up call of, hey, y'all better, you know, the DNC ain't who they were. Even Bernie Sanders said they lost their way. I mean, I said it since 2020.
Bernie, back from 2015, 2016, when he got told to get out of the way.
Yeah. So yeah, like in 2016, I voted for Hillary because knowing what I know now, I wish I would have known then. But back then at 2016, I did not do my homework. I did not do my research. I just listened. And when I'm still vocal about it. I'm like, when I voted for Hillary, and then I walked away. By the time I sat in my truck, and I just went, "What the fuck did I just do?"
Nah, my mom hated me.
I felt sick to my stomach. I'm like, man, I felt like I betrayed myself.
Yo, my mom hated me.
And then with Trump, and then when Trump won, I went, oh my God.
I voted Trump 2016. My mom hated me, man.
I was like,
my fault. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was like, yeah. I was like, When Trump won, I was like, oh, thank God, I got it out. I got it out. Yes.
She was like,
that dude like on Don't Be a Menace. Oh, praise Jesus.
oh. I did it. She was like, why you voted for him for? Why did you vote for him for? I said, why not? We want something different. I said, people want something different, man.
Joe, I can see
what?
Joe, I can see your mom like, get out. I don't want to see you for the rest of the day.
My mom was mad. She's like, why you not vote Hillary? I said, cause Hillary's evil, man. You forgot how Hillary was talking to Obama when Obama was running for president? You forgot how she was sitting there acting?
She was the first one to talk about birtherism.
Yeah.
She was
and I said, yo,
one.
yeah.
People, if you're watching this YouTube right now or the archive, she was the first one to talk about that stuff.
Yeah. And she said she stood right by Bill when they signed on the Domo. The Domo bill, was it? The Domo bill where they don't acknowledge gays? Yeah. Bill signed that bill off. You know, all of a sudden she came out talking about, gay rights and all these rights and stuff like that. How?
That I think in previous years, a candidate could flip-flop and get away with it. And when they were asking Kamala about her flip-flopping, and it was just
on the fracking. And
it's just so out there. And the fact that, like you said, people are doing their homework.
Yeah. And because like how she was all for Medicare for all, which I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. But the Medicare for all, she's like, yeah, I support that fully. And then a week later, no, we can stick with private insurance and stuff like that. And then the whole fracking, she goes, yeah, I'm against fracking. Yeah, I'm pro. Yeah, I'm all against fracking. And then a week later, yeah, they can frack. They can frack. I'm like, yeah, because the donors told you no.
Well, depending on the state she was in.
Well, also the donors.
And the donors.
And also too, didn't you find it funny like how when it came to Trump, everybody just came to the rally other than black guys for Kamala, black women for Kamala, nerds for Kamala, white dudes for Kamala. I'm telling you, man, I'm like, wow. And they're saying Trump is a racist, but yet you got segregated Zoom calls. Make that make sense. Trump's a racist. He's a sexist. He's a this. He's a that. But yet, you got segregation Zoom calls.
Race and gender identity. All this stuff. That's all it is. And you did all that. You're talking about no major things.
And this is an embarrassment because I'm half white, and I'm going to go ahead and say it because I'm half white. For you guys that are white dudes for Kamala. Especially for that one guy in particular, where he's like, when Trump won in 2016, I went to my child's room and I looked at my child and I openly wept. Man the fuck up. I'm telling you. 2020, did not go, which I still think is suspect. However, it is what it is. Yeah. But you don't see us going, man, I was so depressed that, oh my God, I had about 2-4 Shirley Temples because I couldn't handle that Trump lost. You don't see us crying. We're just like, sounds messed up, sounds suspect, but fine, whatever. We'll roll on with it.
It's all good. It's
all good. But yet, and now with this election, you got everybody having meltdowns, and then one dude going like, "Yeah, I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving the country. I can't be in a country where it's under tyranny and this and this. So I'm gonna move to Hawaii."
Oh my God! Yeah, that was the funniest one yet.
And I'm sort of like, I'm like, somebody tell him that Hawaii is part of the USA. That was
Barbara Streisand came out.
That was annexed as a state in 1954. Right. Somebody tell that guy.
Barbara Streisand came out and said she moving to England. Said, "All right, y'all move. Got it. Like, yo, we don't care.
They ain't moving
Like,
because
move, leave.
they're not gonna make the money they're not gonna make the money there that they're gonna make here.
Exactly.
Mm.
How you gonna deal with your taxes?
Yeah.
How you gonna be able to avoid your taxes?
Well, yeah, and if you live over there, then you got to pay double tax, and then on top of that, after a while, you got to denounce a citizenship so you could be a full citizen over there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. You ain't Johnny Depp. Get out of here.
Or George Clooney. George Clooney
Right.
has a house out in Lake Como.
Mm.
So I mean, but that's the thing, though, man. It was like y'all lost. Michael Lionheart. But anyway,
You got your clock cleaned.
yeah.
You didn't lose.
Shellacked.
Beat up.
Oh! Jake Tapper's reaction was priceless. To where he was like talking about, did Kamala have any impact?
Kamala Harris.
Have any impact? And when he showed the whole graph and it was zero, it was blank, and he's like, Jake Tapper's like, whoa. He goes, yeah, let me move this out of the way, see if we get a small county. Not even a small county.
Mm-mm.
She is ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, when that dude showed the graph, it's like it's a wrap.
Dude said you don't even have blue states, you have blue cities.
Mm-hmm. But just think of this. It took 5 days for 2020. It took 3 hours after the polls closed?
Yeah.
Arizona's still suspect because it's like, how in the hell the whole state go red, but yet Gallegos still got elected and Kara Lake didn't.
Yeah. So they're gonna check that out.
That is suspect. That is very suspect to me.
Are they still counting votes in Maricopa County?
Yeah.
Because I thought they were still like 800 ballots.
So yeah. So I mean, here's the thing. That's suspect.
Yeah.
How's it that Florida and the Carolinas and all on the East Coast that got hit by a hurricane were able to get the votes in, and Maricopa County is still counting? Less resources, less help, versus a state that's unaffected and fully functioning. See, right? Ask questions, guys.
That's something you gotta look into.
But overall though, I mean, this is a hard look in the mirror for I mean, like I said, I mean, I think with Kamala, I think like she just go ahead, just take some time off, regroup.
I can hear from that lady for a while, man.
Yeah, make some more collard. Go ahead and make some more collard greens in the bathtub.
Oh my god!
Let me tell you, I don't know about all of that. I'm going to say this: she's going to go to the speaking circuit. She's going to write a book.
She got to write a book.
Going to become a partner at someone's law practice and make oodles of money.
Yeah, just leave the political landscape.
Because her political career is over.
Yeah, her political career is done. Yeah, because I mean she was ineffective, uncharismatic. She had no charisma.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hence why, like wherever she was at, you better thank a union member. You better thank a union member. And then, we love you, Kamala. I love you too. Like, wow.
My next thing I'm looking forward to seeing is the full list of the federal spending that Musk and Vivek are looking into.
Oh, and yeah, and they're having the meltdown with Tulsi Gabbard. It's like, Yeah.
Oh,
Who's
I was
having a
like,
meltdown?
people.
dude, Bolton is having a meltdown. Everybody else is like, she's not qualified. She's not this. She's not that. I'm like, nah. Just because she won't play ball, now she's running the deal. Y'all because she criticized Kamala and all that. Y'all put her on that terrorist watch list, which, you know, and then you got other people still like, yeah, she's still a Russian asset. I'm like, yeah, that's what she. I was like, and y'all can't prove it. Even when my best friend told me to go, he goes, yeah, man, she's a Russian asset. I'm like, pull it up. And then I'm like, and then with the articles you pull up that claim that she's a Russian asset, what's the credibility on those?
But do you see why social media is terrible?
Very.
Do you see? Because when you hear Tulsi Gabbard, you hear Russian asset. Why? Hillary Clinton said it. How long ago?
And that's what they do. They regurgitate.
Because in 2016, Tulsi Gabbard was going to be the new star of the DNC. She was the vice chair. But because she was anti-war and Bernie was anti-war, she was supposed to be non-biased. All right, she was supposed to be fair and impartial. She stepped down as a vice chair and endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2016. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, are you crazy? Are you scared of? Are you afraid of what the Clintons going to do to you?" And her response was on national TV was, "I'm not scared of the Clintons. She's a soldier." That right there, I was like, "I'm with that chick. I am with her. She is strong, smart, don't bend the knee." And then on top of that, like, not only did she call out her own leadership, but she called out Trump on a few things. Like, "Hey, why'd you do this? That's unconstitutional." So she called out leadership on both sides. So you can't fault a woman who was trained and swore an oath to the military that she still currently serves as a lieutenant colonel, still to this day.
That's true, though.
So
it's fact.
So I think this go round would be a whole lot better. Now you have the proper people that need to be where they need to be.
Yeah, but like Tony said, though, there are some questionable picks.
There are a lot of questionable picks.
I got two. There's only two that I'm not feeling, respectively.
Gates.
Yeah.
Gates.
Me too.
And who's it? Rubio. Yeah. Everybody else, I'm cool with.
Rubio's like
Gates
that.
And
Rubio's that type of guy. It's like, I'll bend, but then the moment I don't get my way, then I'm gonna throw a tantrum.
He seems that way.
Yeah.
He always seemed that way.
But if you've been through this once before, we were through this 2017 through 2021, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't these people who are taking these positions kind of be looking with a side eye, like, hey, this can go left? I mean, because you're in your congressional seat, right?
Right.
You're going to get reelected. You're going to get the belts. You're getting the best health coverage. And you're going to do, I mean, you look at some of these House of Representatives, senators, they've been in their third or fourth term. Right. They're making tons of money because you got to think about it. You go in, you're worth $2 million. By the time you leave Congress, you're worth $100 million.
You're not supposed to be worth $100 million.
I agree with you.
People doing certain things. That's why we have those term limits, hopefully.
Yeah. And then you risk it all for one of these appointments that this guy could fire you on
moment's notice.
On Truth Social.
But not only that too. I mean, you still got a lot of positions open because you got the press secretary spot that's open. You got the Department of Transportation. You got the Department of Labor. You got the other Department of Agriculture. So you still got some spots to fill. So
All right.
I mean, pretty sure Brian Donaldson will have a spot. Tim Scott will have a spot. Now the press, now, yeah, you thought I forgot about that.
Oh
You
shit.
thought I forgot about that.
Oh
But
shoot.
but the biggest question though is like, who will be the press secretary? Because it's like you have Katie McEnany, who can embarrass the hell out of the press, and then you got Carrie Lake that can embarrass the hell out of the press,
All right.
and then you have what's her name that was running with RFK, that was lit, that was like the newest member on the that endorsed Trump.
I think she's the one.
She can embarrass the press. So I'm like, oh, I just want to see all these. Are they gonna? I mean, like Peter Ducey, protect that man, because dude, giving old Red hell and then KGP hell.
Swear.
Because I mean, that one day when old Red was just like, Peter, be nice to me. It's my birthday. I was like,
Deucey, like, all right. You thought I'd be nice.
But I mean, it's crazy though, because it's like, here we are a week after the election, and people are still having like their meltdowns. They still want to say, he's a racist. They want to go with a convict. He's Hitler. I'm like, because y'all keep repeating that over and over and over, people got desensitized to it. It's and actually too, you know what? It's pretty much free. It's pretty much, they advertise for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, it was the same thing with Rogan. They hated on Rogan with the whole ivermectin thing.
Yeah.
They hated, and all of a sudden, within 4 days, he had 2 million extra 2 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And then looked at what they thought at the fact that it actually helped.
Yeah. So when you keep telling people that he's a fascist, he's a racist, he's a this, he's a Hitler lover, blah 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 blah, and people will be like, you know what, I'm gonna go check this out. And then when they figure out, like,
bonkers,
where the hell they get this bullshit from? I was like, wait, you mean to tell me before 2016, people love Trump?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all love that man for decades, but then because he had a slight point of view and you guys roasted him, David Myers, Barack Obama, roasted him at that congressional dinner.
He said, "Oh, word." And that's how we got him. What can you say?
On the Democrats' fault.
They got a lot of soul searching to do. They don't have a leader. They don't have a bench. They don't have. They don't have a lot, and they've turned off a lot of their base. They've helped disenfranchise people. I don't know. It's
and now more and more people are becoming more aware, and mainstream media is on the downward spiral.
That too.
Yeah, if I'm these dudes, I'm working on them term seats.
Yeah,
those term limits. You got to get Pelosi out that place, man.
And she
got to get out the house.
She just applied to rerun for her seat in 2026.
She got to get out the house. That's gonna be the Dems' biggest. If the Dems could get that lady out of their place, out of their house, bruh, you could reform in a big way.
But I think it's more than her.
It's gonna be more than her, but that's one big step moving forward, though. That's one big step moving forward. So you got to get a lot of them folks out of there, man. But
the old guard,
one of them folks, one of those.
So basically, Joe, in your district, there's nobody else that would run. It's just mainly AOC, like just sitting there, just like Crowley did.
Yeah. You can sit there and you can run and have 12 terms at 2 years a clip.
Yeah.
And you outlast everyone and you become, I still, in the back of my mind, and I'm sure we'll do a stream 5 years from now or whatever it is, and God willing, we'll do a stream 5 years from now, and AOC is she's gonna take Schumer's seat at some point.
No, she was supposed to be ahead, and they just dumped her down. They dumped her down.
Point, 70 whatever. He can't run forever.
And remember at the midterm, to where she was thinking about giving up on politics because she goes, I don't have any backing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Yeah. She came in as a progressive, a wide-eyed, super progressive.
She started out with good intentions, but then later on
she got dumbed down. Yeah.
She bent the knee. I hate Republicans. Like, no matter, like, hey, can you help me with, hey, let's work on this bill. No, screw you. You're a Republican. You're a Republican. like she was so into that and that bullshit Delulu juice that I mean she looked at Republicans as if they had leprosy.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
She
was willing to speak about her own party. That was one of the things I liked when she first came out.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden it was just
she gave in. She bought in.
Crazy.
Eventually, she could be the face of the party.
Who knows?
She could be the face, but
hey.
We could have a topic or two, and we're going to close this up.
All right.
Final thoughts on anything we discussed, or
we're going to be okay, folks. We're going to be okay.
Yeah, we're going to survive.
There's no need to up the dosage on your Xanax or any other medication.
No.
There's no. I mean, speaking of which, forgot about it on AOC, but apparently somebody put it on my they put it on Reddit. They said AOC took off her pronouns.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Like, it's like basic professional now. So it's like
she did. Yeah, on her X account. Yeah, her Twitter account. Yeah, she took off
both of them. Yeah, both personal and Congresswoman. Yeah.
Yep. She took them off. She left them off. I screamed. I said, "Wow!"
So, are we coming back to normalcy now?
And a lot of people kind of did that too. I won't just say her. There's a number of people. They just dumbed it off. Might get a revolution here, folks. Things might come back to normal. One day at a time. One day at a time. It's not rush it.
Yeah. One day at a time. You got to crawl before you walk. But we're gonna be okay.
Right.
And like I said, the no tax on overtime, that spoke volumes to me because I work a shitload of overtime. And then my dad lives off of Social Security, so no tax on Social Security. That's more money in my dad's pocket. So that spoke volumes. I'm sorry.
Listen, you got the House, you got the Senate, and he's the president. He should be able to push through all these campaign talking points.
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna do some
I'm sorry, but like the account, like no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, that spoke volumes to me, and then immigration and the economy, that spoke volumes to me. So yeah,
he's talking about he's looking to knock off income tax.
Yeah,
and you guys looking to get your folks looking to get their paychecks in full, man.
Yeah, why we pay like $10,000 in taxes, but then we only get like a few hundred in return.
You trying to get the government out of things.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm all for it. But
it's gonna be a wild ride, y'all.
That's what. Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is, like I was telling my buddy Jason, I said, hey man, look, it'll be a little bit better because now you have the right people to help them out, to help guide. Because on the first go around, it was like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And then he's like, shit. You know, that's why I said it was harder because he had nobody else with him, you know, that who he knew. So now, and that's another telling point too on why he won, because think about it, RFK, former Democrat.
Who the hell would have thought that?
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat. Elon Musk, former Democrat supporter, donor. Vivek Ramaswamy, that voted for Obama and everything. He was a former, so technically, kind of, he was a former Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a lot of Democrats helping out a Republican, what does that tell you about the Democrat Party?
Mm-hmm.
And they all said the same thing, and what I've been saying. So
crazy.
Focus for me is local, village, city, state, stuff that impacts you greatly.
Yep.
You guys are gonna laugh. I was talking to one of the local elected officials in my village about the street light on the block that was out. To the point of, I said to them, I put in a ticket. I called. I said, I don't know if anyone else is calling. Just kind of like you have that, you know, we really don't have these winters anymore. Joe will back me up on this, like in New York, where there'd be a lot of snow and all this other stuff, and then they would put down the rock salt, and then the streets would be all torn up.
Yeah.
And then you have these potholes. Just like, you know, you open a ticket, and then you tell the people in your neighborhood, you know, that surround your home, that, hey, you got to open a ticket, you got to do this, you got to, not to say complain, but certain stuff that impacts you that you can receive an immediate response on. You know, you would hope for Washington and the federal government to do this stuff, but I hate to say, for the last 10 years, they really haven't done much, you know, from a federal perspective. I did not vote for this gentleman because of the salt tax, which limit the amount I can deduct on my taxes for overall property taxes. So I'm capped out. So it's like there's just certain things. And I think when you look for a candidate, you should try to choose a candidate that aligns with your specific values, the things that you need. And we saw where everyone flocked over to. Everyone is talking about immigration. Everyone's talking about, you know, the high bills and not being able to earn a living. And like you said, the cuts on this type of stuff. That's where we are. So if you want to be delusional and focus on identity politics, or focus on a specific gender with, you know, them having the ability for their, you know, specific rights, but when you do stuff like that, you shut down everyone else. That's what we saw with Kamala's campaign, because initially it was reproductive rights, and then they ran on that, and then you get to a point where you're like, okay, you have that specific vote, or you thought you had that vote, and then you've alienated everyone else.
No, that's true though. That's true. You
have, and hence the reason why we're in this situation.
And that was the thing too, because Sarah Haynes on The View, she was the one that told Sunny to her face, we did not listen to the voters.
No.
And then even Vanessa Jones said that, yeah, we ignored our voters. We thought we knew, you know, because basically we know what's best for you, so you do what we say.
Right. That was right at the gate. 108. Well, now it's, we're at the 120 day mark or whatever. When they said, "Hey, this is your candidate," I didn't elect this person. We didn't vet them. We didn't go through the process.
No.
That's undemocratic too.
That's the way.
Yeah. So hence, we learned a lot. I don't know.
It's okay to be free thinking.
Yeah, you've been saying that to me for years, and to Joe's been saying the same thing to me for years also. And I wish Tony was on here right now to support the 50-year and older generation, because we grew up in our homes. Hey, this is what you do. We watch football and we go to church. We watch football on Sundays together, and you vote Democrat.
Yeah, that's what you've been told. That's what you've always been told. That was it.
Yeah, because when I saw that text message, it's like, "Yep, Brian, you could go ahead." He's like, "I know Brian is doing his victory lap, and JoJo's right behind him because it's like the two of y'all have been telling us for a long time. We told you so.
We told you."
It was like that. But I remember when I seen all this stuff coming to it. When I woke up and I started seeing those votes, I said, "Man, I feel bad, man. I feel bad for them." Because I know, like, the votes, when I seen the votes, I just like, I feel bad because I know a lot of people believe, man. A lot of people vote and a lot of people believe. But it's just like, this time come around, you got the unfortunate end, you know what I mean, on the wrong side. That's all it was. I was like, I can't even blame you. Nah.
Oh, and there was one thing too that I think it was either Pop in Politics or the Pink Book or Anton Daniels. I think they said, isn't it fun? They're like, it's embarrassing how every election cycle they always got to go to a black church.
Yeah.
And then how Kamala is always trying to quote scriptures or whatever. They said how she's always doing these accents. Can you imagine if she went down to an Asian church to try to do an accent? Can you imagine her going to a Russian church and trying to do a Russian accent?
Oh my God.
So.
Oh my God.
So they said leave the religion out of it. Don't go to no black church because it's like why are you trying to paint into a group that pretty much that half of the group don't support you. So yeah. So what are you gonna do with it now?
I'm gonna do my Skip Bayless impersonation.
Oh my God.
Like, I really felt bad for.
Ted about to bring it back up in 2028. Watch. You gotta bring it up. You got right Paris. He's gonna scribble out the 47 and write 48.
I felt bad for my wife. She was like, we're going down there for the inauguration in January. We're going to be in DC. And I'm like, you sure about this?
I mean, did you and her have a talk about the whole thing, or y'all just kind of like?
We kind of just went right by it, and it was kind of
like, all right, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. I was like, we had matching Temu Kamala Harris shirts from made in China. So you see everything that's wrong with that, right?
Yeah, it took a while for my mom to come back to her senses too.
And it's like with my dad, because he's like, yeah, man, Trump's a convict. He's been locked up in jail. And I said, well, if that's the case, then every person in the Obama administration, Bush administration, all need to go to jail for war crimes.
Yeah.
But then I told my dad, I said, I was like, Dad, we're better off with Trump. I said, we're better off under him. I was like, Kamala is weak. And all this stuff. I was like, she has no backing. She has no policy, no plan. She has nothing. And I was like, didn't you not tell me 2 years ago that you had buyer's remorse on voting for Biden and Harris? He's like, yeah. And I said, she's still in office. And I said, the funniest thing is the way she's talking about it in these interviews and all this stuff, she's talking as if Trump is still in office.
Yeah.
That was the thing too.
Like, I don't know, sweetheart.
I mean, I can't defend it. I can't.
It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate though, for real though.
I cannot defend it.
Yeah, so that's what I was like. I was trying to be as rational and reasonable as I can to my dad, but my dad was so caught up in the news and all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right. And then right when, the next day, and all of a sudden, like, on the family text, well, hope you happy, you and Sam, y'all don't know any better. And I'm like, and I went like this, and my response was, we don't know any better. The country has spoken, sweetheart. So you mean to tell me the country don't know any better?
Exactly.
I was like, yeah, and I said, look, I was like, I'm gonna ask you nicely, as a caring, loving family member that I am, please lay off the drugs. They're bad for you.
Yeah. The one that got me, like, through all of this though, is reminding myself of what happened in 2016. And going right back and looking at it and seeing it all over again with the pollsters.
That's what
all these pollsters that came up, and all these predictors.
I'll be right back.
And all these people that said, "Yo, it's projected that Kamala got this in the bag." They got it, and there's one guy who always had a good, solid prediction of the elections. And even he was wrong. He said he was only wrong 3 times in his life, two times or 3 times, whatever. And then this one came out, and he swore on it. And then you had the one streamer, XQC or whatever, that bet $700,000 on it. And then who's it? Destiny that talked about all this stuff and why. Why Kamala's gonna win it, and I'm like, yo, it's not the time, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm lucky. You could feel it, like, yo, if Kamala pulls this off, it'll be a miracle if she pulls this off. Yeah. We
were like, yeah, it's definitely rigged. But remember how, like the one clip I was watching, Amala Epinobi, and the whole when Kamala was on that little Zoom chat with Taraji, I think her name is.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, how she's like, oh, Madam Vice President, I'm worried. And then you got Kamala going, well, girl, I'm out here on these streets. And Amala's reaction was, she goes, I'm going to stop it right here.
Yeah.
Girl, what streets?
What streets?
Word, I'll be on these streets.
Yeah, I was like, go get her, Amala. Go get her, Amala.
You know what it is? When people say stuff like that to try to connect, but you sound even more disconnected. Because you're just like, your life is different. You don't.
That's why people are tired.
Deal with, hey, do I pay for my medication? Do I pay for my kids' braces? do I pay the rent? Do I
What
pay?
is more important? Yeah.
Yeah. Or hey, I've got to, people don't know, those type of people don't know about having food in their shopping cart and they go up to ring up their food and they don't have enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know?
Trust me, man. When I was making in the ballpark at 10 to 12 an hour, when Obama was president, and a lot of people lost their homes, and I helped a coworker move her mom out, and her mom she worked at NASA, and the department that her mom worked in was one of the ones that Obama shut down.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, I voted for you, you motherfucker. And she was livid. I was like, ooh.
But it just shows you a level of disconnection where
But when we took that hit in 2008 with the bailouts and all this other stuff, and so yeah, I mean, it got to the point where I was making partial payments to my cell phone, which they're like, hey, whatever you got, we understand. And then and here's the thing, when it comes to like I'd make enough to cover rent, and thank God, like where I lived at, it was one of those places where they go by your salary.
Okay.
So my rent was like $600 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 800 square foot apartment. So the water and lights are covered. So luckily I had enough just to cover that. But as far as food wise,
right,
I had to go to the dollar store and get noodles, soup, hot dogs, bologna, bread at the dollar store.
And that's real. That's real.
Yeah. So the thing about it was, it's like, the politicians, the local politicians know, but the federal do not know.
Don't know.
No.
So yeah, that's what I was like saying. Like yeah, for a while, like for a whole week, I would eat macaroni and hot dog. So I was like, yeah, I know broke. I've been broke so many times I lost count.
That's where they're not authentic, and it's just a turn off.
No.
Yeah.
Because you're just sitting here saying, okay, let's envision what your evening is. You're going to go eat out at a fine restaurant. And I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that. I'm just saying that you can't sit here and try to talk when it's like when everyone loved Jay-Z, his first 3 or 4 albums. Because he was talking about Ian and Marcy projects and yada 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 and doing this and doing that and stuff like that. But when he became a billionaire, you can't talk about that stuff anymore. You're so removed from it.
Right.
And then if you do mention it, people are like, wait, what's this guy? Why is he talking about this? Like,
yeah,
it's true. It's true though. What gives you the right to speak on it?
Yeah. So
you don't understand this. You don't understand the struggle.
Yeah.
What's your struggle? What is your struggle for real?
Yeah, and like I said, like Amala was going off, Brandon Tatum was going off, Anton Daniels was going off. They're like, girl, you have no idea. Even to touch back on that, even back at 2019 during the Democratic primaries, before Tulsi kneecapped her, she said, "This is how out of touch. How much out of touch she was." She said, "Yeah, out in the rural areas, people, there's not a Kinko's out there." And when she said that, I went, Kinko's signed everything over to FedEx back in 2004. And then on top of that, for those that live in rural areas, they vote Republican.
Yep.
That's how I know. And then at the debate, how when she said we don't have any active service members out in war zones, and then you got the one where they recorded, they're like, then where the fuck are we?
Where are we at?
Yeah, where are
Like,
we at?
she does not even know.
What is this?
That played a part. That played a part.
Jesus Christ, man.
Mm-hmm. It did.
And then you know the funny the silver lining of this whole thing though was like she is that bad to where you can't take a soundbite and run with it. But Trump, the eating the dogs or eating the cats, that became a remix and people made money.
Listen, that's the one thing I will say. She beat him in that debate. She ran laps around.
The moment she, because she like what she said, oh, about the crowd rallies. That's when it was like, oh, now I was like, oh, that did it.
Yeah.
But however though, and then he's like, yeah. And then Kamala is dancing with Beyonce and like that. And the next day you got a remix out of that. I was like, you don't get that out of Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing with Beyonce. Dancing with Beyonce. I was like, so that'll let you know. That'll let you know you lost.
Yeah.
That's a sign like, hey man, like just take this L, like call it a day.
She ran for president twice. That's it.
She got slapped up, man.
Yeah, Tulsi said not. She did the Dikembe. No.
Yeah.
Twice. She ran for it twice. That's it.
Yep. She ran one time, got beat. They felt bad to say, hey, come on as vice president.
Mm-hmm.
And like they recorded, luckily like a lot of people recorded every single every little rally that she did.
Mm-hmm.
The road to the White House goes through Pennsylvania. The road to the White House goes through Wisconsin. The road to the White House goes to and then everything was all repetitive. So that's how you know it was heavily scripted. And then like you know, and then she's talking about it's discipline because it takes two or three times for people to actually get to know. So that's why she repeats it. I'm going, nah, we ain't buying that. We ain't stupid.
Mm-mm.
I mean, and plus with all the, and then, you know, and then you actually had Vanessa Jones and everybody else on CNN going like, yeah, we can't, was it David Axelrod? He's like, yeah, we can't deal with the word salad city.
Mm-hmm. We're beyond the 2-hour mark, but we didn't get a chance to talk any NFL. Just real quick, your thoughts on last week's Detroit Texans?
I was wrong.
Game was crazy.
I was wrong because how the Texans are playing the last few games, even that charity game against y'all on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
So with the offensive line and then being how Detroit's defense was, I picked Detroit to win. I did. I picked Detroit to win.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, boom, that happened. I went, let me get the crowbar and get the shoe out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was wrong. So, but now for Monday Night Football coming up, Houston at Dallas.
Yeah. Joe with the Steelers with Mike Williams a Mike Williams post, and he just said #redline, and I was just like, you got it. you got it because
Bro, thanks for the gift, yo. Thank y'all for the gift.
yeah.
I thank y'all for the gift. Man, only made one reception, 32-yard touchdown. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Well, also too, I thought you'd be happy down south for the NFC South with the Saints, man, because your boy Valdez Scantling.
Oh yeah, him too, man.
You got Mike T. Everyone was questioning Mike T.
He makes it work.
We're gonna make a quarterback change.
I think he really got that aura for real, bro.
Yeah,
he got that aura for real. He got that coaching that aura for real.
Yeah,
because I don't know how you just really just bring guys into your team and you just have them work like that.
Well, I mean, for a long time though, everybody was like saying like Mike Tomlin he's a player's coach. Like he's a guy that you could actually talk to and bounce some ideas, and he'll run it back with you. But they said that because how he was, his demeanor towards everybody, treated everybody as equals. They're like, people rallied behind him.
Yeah, I've he's always been that guy. He's really been that guy for quite a long time, man. And winning record every season.
And also too, your boy got a job with the Steelers now. He's gonna be the sideline reporter. Thanks, Mitchell Trubisky here on the sideline at Steelers camp.
I ain't trying to have that name, man. I ain't trying to have that name at all. Let that man burn, man.
Any quick thoughts on Chucky making a comeback, and he's down with Barstool Sports, and his name is going to be mentioned in this offseason's coaching carousel with all the open opportunities. Would you want to see Chucky, John Gruden, back in the NFL?
Yes.
What team? I wouldn't mind it. But a team that just suits him.
Actually, I rather have him back on TV.
Okay.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, watching Belichick, watching Manning, and then when Gruden was doing TV before he became the coach for the Raiders, like it really helped broaden my football IQ. Like plays, how to read the defenses and stuff like that, because like that, I'm like, oh yeah, because me when I played middle school, high school, and just like a tryout for semi-pro, it's like kind of hearing the lingo. I'm like, okay, yeah, focus on it. I'm supposed to be here in the 9 line, or I'm supposed to be in the 5, or certain plays I'll be in the 7 because I played like outside linebacker, and then on certain plays I'm either a left end or a right end.
Right.
So so it's like it having Gruden, Belichick, and Manning, when they talk plays and all this other stuff, and then even watching like on Hard Knocks when they go to the quarterback room, like so I gotta go here in the slot, and then I should have, that. I'm like, that helps me out with the football IQ. I think Gruden should just go back on TV.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, his analysis is good. So put him on there. We gotta get rid of Romo though. We gotta get Romo the hell up out of there. We gotta get Tony Romo the hell up out of there.
Wow.
Tony Romo can't be out here. You can't be here. Nah, man. He'd be riding Pat Mahomes games heavy, bro. I'm sorry. I can't.
So you're saying there's a little allegiance right there? Romo and Mahomes. You think there's a little allegiance right there?
Yeah, because you can't justify you turning a damn incomplete pass or bad, you know what I mean, into a highlight reel. Like, what are you doing there, man? My man throws the ball wrong. Oh, look at the way he passes that ball, bro. It was an incomplete pass. But if he would have nailed it, it would have looked real cool. It would have been real complete. It would have been super. I'm like, that guy was right there in the open, man. All you just needed was a little bit more. He would have been good. No, it's a complete pass. Shut up,
The
Goofy.
Mahomes,
Yo, sit down, man.
The Mahomes bandwagon has picked up right where Brady left off, with Chris Collinsworth, with the Nick Wrights, with all the talking heads.
Well, Nick Wright, when he was a news broadcaster for Sports 610 Radio here, he was all about Kansas City.
Yeah.
So, because that's where he's where pretty much where he's from. So,
the homerism.
Yeah. So, but hey, man, Dockery has been proven correct. That little like. Tell me, referee follows the script.
Yo,
yeah.
Don't touch Mahomes, and when you see the defender, you see the ref with the flag. Like, don't make me.
Word. Come on, man.
I'm like, hey, they're following the script. The NFL script says
no. They get every new guy they managed to just get in the team now is magically clicking for them. Freaking Travis Kelce looking all right now. All of a sudden. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? I'm like, what's happening here, man? What y'all doing over here? And they undefeated, right?
I picked the Bills this week. I picked the Bills over the Chiefs.
I picked Buffalo too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, let me see what I wrote, Rich.
I picked the Bills. Because this can't continue.
He said you can't continue.
You gotta make it a little. Come on.
So I picked Washington, Green Bay, Detroit, Miami, New England, New Orleans, Baltimore, Minnesota, Indianapolis, Atlanta, Seattle, Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Houston.
The only difference
Can you imagine that?
Was I did pick the what are they? The dumpster fire New York Jets to beat Indianapolis because I wasn't sure about the whole Anthony Richardson thing or not.
I don't know either.
You know,
can you imagine?
Thank you, so
I mean, I'm glad. Like last week, I started Joe Flacco over Prescott because man, I was like, God, dog. Oh, and on another league, I had Cooper Rush. But I was like, nah, I already got Lamar Jackson starting. I'm like, nah, I don't need Cooper Rush. But but I was like, man, yeah, let me, because now I substitute because now apparently Anthony Richardson is going back at the helm. So I went ahead and I dropped Joe Flacco and picked up Bo Nix. So we'll see how the magic happens.
I want to see how CMC gonna feel moving into the rest of the season.
Yeah.
What's left of the season?
He should be charged up. He should be charged up. He missed what, 6-7 games?
About.
Probably got on his late honeymoon.
Yeah.
So he should be in there.
Yeah. So like on one of my ESPN leagues, let's see, on my starting lineup, I got Bo Nix, Austin Eckler, Jonathan Taylor, Taylor McLaurin, Shakir, Zach Ertz, Calvin Ridley, Dolphins defense, and then Zach Gonzalez. And then on my bench, I have Mark Andrews, Brandon Aubrey, Justice Hill, DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr., Javonte Williams, and then the Eagles defense. Now, the only reason why I benched the Eagles defense because I'm starting Austin Eckler and Zach Ertz and Taylor McLaurin and Gonzalez. So I didn't want to contradict myself because I did that. Yeah. I did that my rookie year. And then for my other league, for a Glicks league, I got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Tyler McLaurin, Shakir, Zach Ertz, Jonathan Taylor, Lions defense, Brandon Aubrey, and then on my bench I got Devontae Adams, Chris Brown, Evan Ingram, Pat Mahomes, Alexander Madison, the Williams, the one that was on Jameson Williams that was out for PEDs, Eagles defense, and DK Metcalf. kind of funny how I had the same guys on the same league in a different league.
Well, that was a tough lineup, though.
Oh, and Smoke actually got some wins on her in Belt Kings.
Jeez.
Smoke got some wins.
Jeez.
Some wins. So congratulations to him. His for what last 2 years he was 0-14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, hats off to him. I'm proud of him.
Oh my goodness.
But that podcast, that hit the button, check that hit the button out. Y'all will love that.
Check that out.
Okay.
It's a good thing Tony not here because I was gonna bring up Tua, but I said nah. I'm gonna leave him. I was gonna leave him alone. He did something silly again, but I had to leave him alone. He did something real silly again, but I leave him alone.
Tony did something silly with Tua.
Nah, Tua. Because every time I bring up Tua about Tony starts dying with laughter. So I said, nah, I'm not gonna do it this time. Because Tua tried to put himself in the hospital again, and I'm like, nah, I can't. I was gonna bring it up. Man went for a deep low block. He got his head hit by somebody's knee. I said, what are you doing, brother? He threw an interception and then tried to go low.
You know,
and almost would have had CTE all over again.
This is one
of my
things,
man is smiling at the post game.
I'm like, yo, things where I would say, someone please cut him a check for the remainder of his contract and get him out of here.
I said, nah, man. I said, yo, this boy don't learn nothing. He don't learn nothing. All you have to do is push the guy out. Now you would have probably ended up with it would have been a crazy hit. Had he fell and hit you full force with his knee, you would have been laid out again. We would have been talking about, we got to drag Tua off the field. Because Tua want to run into another person head first. That's 2 people this season he would have ran into head first. Boom. And take himself out. I said, man.
So Ted, what I sent, I remember. I suggest you have that posted on your desk.
I saw. I didn't respond to it yet, but I saw. I was like,
Remember, dude. Have you seen the movie V for Vendetta?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I know of it.
It is so good, and it's kind of funny how it relates to today.
Okay.
I'm like, wow. That's why people put that out there. Like, remember the 5th of November, because they wanted a revolution turnaround on the government. Ta-da! How art comes to life.
Word.
One final question about RFK Jr. I know you didn't vote for him. I know, he stopped his campaign and then he moved over to support the president-elect. He wants to immediately stop the development of new drugs for cancer, Alzheimer's, and other illnesses for 8 years. So I know he's with the team because they were advertisements. Hey, you're just not voting for Trump and Vance. You're voting for this team. I want to know, is that what people signed up for when they voted? Because now he's over Health and Human Services.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we're all in agreement. This country needs an overhaul.
But
and with RFK running the pharmaceuticals, now it's like, what are we looking at the data? Are we just making this stuff just so we can make a profit? Or are we just looking at the stuff as actually helping people? He wants stuff that actually helps people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's trying to look.
That's a fair assessment. Like, let's look at the data and see if we're making a change, or if it's the same old, same old.
Right.
And if it's the same old, then we'll just cut it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like he's tired of people getting these drugs, these new drugs, and then they have side effects, bad side effects that cause a lot of unfortunate things to happen. To people.
Yeah, like people getting killed after the election. Like, what the hell? Yeah, the media has blood on their hands. And the reason why I say that because how this one guy killed his wife and his kids and killed himself because like I'm trying to protect my family from dealing with 4 years of chaos and this and this and this.
That's crazy. I had heard about that.
Yeah,
I didn't believe that was true. I said, wait, what?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like MSN covered it. New York Post covered it. They're like, yeah, man killed his family and himself out of fear of a Trump presidency.
Yeah, I remember seeing
and how this other girl that used to work for Amazon under Jeff Bezos killed her father.
That one is the one I heard
after the election.
Yeah. I think it was Brett Cooper covered that. I
Brett
said,
Cooper,
yo, that's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm like, yo, we need more mental health awareness, man. That's always crazy. What got you so worked up in your head that you doing stuff like that? That you acting out like this?
The media, because think about it, they try to get 2 people to take out Trump.
Yeah.
The media.
He's true.
Hitler. He's a fascist. He's a racist. He's a this. But it's kind of funny though. Like, oh, he's a misogynist. Susie is his top cabinet. He's a racist. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are running this. He's a this, he's a that. It's like, no. I'm like, y'all just put the bullshit juice down, put it down slow to the ground, and walk away. We're gonna be okay.
Crazy.
Gentlemen, we're about to close this out.
Yes.
Final thoughts. I know we got Saturday and Sunday, well, the rest of Saturday and then Sunday.
Yeah.
Anything you guys are working on? Any other? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna try and go on Bell Kings on Sunday. I'm gonna try to be there on Sunday.
Yeah, I got something I want for that.
It's the for the youth football. It's the championship week, so I'll do it. Try to do it on. I think championship game isn't still till 12 o'clock, so I can jump on and then drive on site to the game.
Yeah.
But what you guys got going on this week?
I got homework involving my job. I got to be, now that I have a book to help me be more in tune with what I'm talking about, so I'm not just so I'm not having a word salad when I'm trying to explain shit. I mean, because we're the people of the job and the job of the people.
Right.
I'm so glad that part of it is over. It's
the children of the community are the children of the community. Why are you talking to us like we're children?
I'm telling you, man.
Did you guys ever watch Veep? Did you guys ever watch Veep?
The similarities. The similarities.
It's Veep. Yo, I enjoyed Veep, and I did not enjoy this. I didn't at all.
So yeah, do your homework.
It's crazy.
Do your homework and don't waste your vote.
Oh my god. Word. Word.
Yeah, because yeah, for the Texas, when it came to Colin Allred and Ted Cruz, you know, they're like, well, who'd you vote for? I was like, I voted the Libertarian. Oh, you just wasted your vote. I'm like, no, it went to the Libertarian. I was like, that's who I align with. I'm a Libertarian.
Oh, Joe, thoughts?
Nah, man. Life, peace, and prosperity. Go watch UFC later today. You know, church on Sunday. I have a package I have to send out to the post office tomorrow. I gotta do it tomorrow. Well, later today because I was supposed to do it since like Wednesday, but I didn't. So I'll do it. Yeah. As long as I get to whoever I gotta get to by next week or this coming week. Yeah. I'll be good though. Work of course. And at least the streets won't be full of weirdness and randomness now. Or not yet, but yeah. Yeah. But for now, it's calm now. No more election day, so a lot of things. And New York is taking it pretty smooth, so
yeah,
I'm glad for that. That's the one thing. Like, it's not no calamity. It's no craziness. Everybody was up all like, "Yo, we here. We voted. Feel good about the vote. The vote's over. That's it."
Yeah. So like in New York and California, it's like that. It's like the ending scene of Total Recall where the sky's opening up and there's sunlight.
Yeah. Nah, for real. I hope, with this vote, though, that it helps our California, man. They getting that Gary Newsom the hell up out of there, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah. But we know some people that would disagree.
I was shocked to see Long Island was as red can be. And I was like, really? Because you expect it out of Suffolk County, but not Nassau County.
Right.
And I was just like, really? I said, yeah. I think the pollsters should be replaced by AI because
I think so too.
Obviously, they don't know what they're doing. So
yeah, I think so
too. Or they knew what they were doing, but they're just like, man, we can't make it look bad. We gotta make it interesting.
Yeah,
some of those people really, really thought that they really had it. That was the craziest thing to me. And Jon Stewart was man. He had me rolling. He's had me rolling because he's been unbiased, and that's what I've really enjoyed. He's been unbiased. He's kept things down the middle. I wish Steve Colbert could have learned from that, but
Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel cried on TV.
Jimmy Kimmel cried.
That's a sad thing, bro.
Get him out of here. Get him out of
here. He probably will. He'll end up getting out. He'll get out sooner or later.
And then what's the other guy?
The one from NBC.
Yeah. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, Fallon.
So again, was Nina Turner wrong?
No. But once again, those guys, Colbert, Fallon, Myers, Kimmel, those guys make $50 million a year. They don't see this the way we see it.
No, yeah, no, I know. But I'm just saying how Nina Turner said how they emasculate the men. Keith Boykin, Vanessa Jones, Roland Martin.
He said, yo, when I saw that post and you said Vanessa Jones, I was like, wow. I just can't.
Yeah, and I mean, Poppin', or no, not her, but the other one. She said, like, she goes, Van Jones is 6 foot something, deep voice, but then he coddles. She goes, that is a waste of testosterone to like She said, "Yeah, he's a waste of testosterone."
Yeah.
And then it's like now, like Vanessa. So that's what she said. So Vanessa Jones, I was like, ooh,
Can you imagine that?
coming from a black woman.
Trump said he was ashamed of that dude. Cause that dude came crying to Trump.
It's nice to know
Talk
that
about
you're a parent.
To Jared Kushner. And they said, "Oh, hey, we're gonna work together on."
Yeah.
But then, and then
And I say all this stuff. That's crazy.
and then pop in politics, man. That girl went in on Shannon Sharp. She's like, "You mean to tell me this big buffy black man got talked to like he's a little child by her?" And then she goes, "That's a waste of a good." I was like,
But
wow.
Hey, all those shows took a check from them. Is it safe to say that?
Oh, the ones that Kamala went on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all got paid.
They got checks, right?
They all got checks.
Like all the smoke, all of that stuff.
All the smoke, Collar Daddy, all of them got paid.
And that's why you got to question them all now.
So how are you supposed to run a country if you can't manage the finances?
You got to question that. You got to question Stevens.
You raised over $1 billion. $1 billion. And then you ended up 20 million in debt.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we gonna sit here and say Dave Ramsey and Rogan and those guys didn't get paid?
Mm-hmm. The only celebrity that we all know of is Hogan.
But they said he got paid a scratch offs and a meatball sandwich or something like that. Was that a joke?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I did not look at it because when you had sent it to me, I said it would not. I said it wouldn't surprise me.
So
got a little or nothing.
So Rogan gave up his platform for nothing.
I mean, I could look. I'll look into it, but to my knowledge, I mean, nobody. I mean, they were like, "Hey, we wanted." They sent that because I mean, Dave Ramsey sent the invite out.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe did the invites.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Ramsey did the invites. Flagrant with Andrew Schultz and Akash, they sent invites out.
Mm.
Yeah.
And Trump answered where Kamala didn't.
Mm.
So that's what I was like saying. Trump connected with the people. Kamala didn't.
Y'all remember a lot of these folks roll together.
And then on top of that, with like Club Shay Shay, all about the smoke and whatever else, like she was driven towards that because I need their votes.
Right.
Yeah. And you gotta remember.
But again, you got everybody else listening to every other podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, Trump do, you know, Joe Rogan for some years. You know, Dana White for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
I just know the reach when you say call your daddy or was 1 million views and Rogan and Trump were 20 million or it was probably
38. 40 million.
40 million.
And on flagrant, they had over 1 million views.
Yeah.
On Dave Ramsey, over 1 million. Even on Aiden Ross, over 1 million. There was even one where Kai Cenat, the top Twitch streamer, they reached out to him and he's like, I don't know nothing about politics. They were gonna pay him. Pay him. He's like,
he said he didn't want to put him on there. Yeah.
And he said, I don't know nothing about politics. I don't know you. Why y'all come to me?
Yeah, he said that
So
shit.
like,
Yeah, it had me rolling.
so they're like, wow. So if Trump got Aiden Ross, maybe we could get Kai Cenat.
Right.
That's what it was. And he said that shit out air. He said, "Yo, they keep sending me messages that they're gonna pay me to come for somebody, for them to come over and stream for me." And he said, "Oh, no, I'm not doing that."
and how this other streamer was like saying, yeah, they're willing to pay me $15,000 just by saying, "Ooh, Democrats are so cool."
Mm.
And that one brain dead.
And another thing, what also hurt her campaign was how when the hurricane happened, Trump's team and Elon attended to them. Kamala didn't show up till like a few days afterward, and then the $750. So we're going to go ahead and give the other Israel and Ukraine billions of dollars, but yet you're going to give Maui and Hurricane $750 each.
$50.
That was another talking point, and the what Joe, what were they doing here with the rechargeable debit card?
Oh God!
It recharges every month, and the day after the election, Mayor Adams said,
decided, well, we're cutting those off. So we clipped the debit cards. He said, "Yo, we clipping those." And these people went they're on protest. They protesting now. Yeah.
Speaking of Eric Adams, he was on The View, and Sonny Hassan tried to tell him, and he said, "Nope, I'm on the streets. I talk to these people."
And he goes, "Yeah." He said that. He said, "You talk to these people." He said, "No, I'm on the streets. I'm in New York. I'm talking to these people. I'm communicating with them."
Yep.
Yo, he's letting his voice be heard.
So wait, he was on recently?
Yeah, he was on the video. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, hang on. I'll find it for you.
All right.
And they try to grill him, and they try to throw. They're trying to do what they do while they still have their head above water, because soon that show's gone. Now everybody wants to add conservative speakers to their shows now. They're trying to do that. And you see what they talk about Comcast? Comcast is looking to let go of these shows.
They're looking to let go of these
of MSNBC, MSNBC, Oprah's channel, and a couple others.
So even looking up on YouTube right now, and I typed in Eric Adams The View. So on ABC News, there's like Eric Adams, Donald Trump, and then all of a sudden they're like NYC, and then ABC News, NYC Mayor Eric Adams comments on his indictment, and then another one was like news about immigration, Donald Trump, and then another one on The View, NYC Mayor Eric Adams responds to the claims how he's now embracing Trump.
Tell you.
Yeah.
He's going red.
Please.
Here we go. All right. I will share it to you, Ted.
All right. I will watch it.
It's about 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute segment.
Okay. I'll definitely watch it. What's that? Tony, thank you. Tony?
So my mistake. It's a little over 36 minutes.
No, that's fine. That's fine, because I want to see his pivot. His pivot, because now he's just like, all that extra stuff.
And every interview he's had, now that Trump's president, he's talking with the I don't give a damn no more.
Yeah.
He got a lot. Yeah, he got a lot of
he got his swagger back.
There you go. So I'm interested to see.
You mean to tell me he's about to walk through that gate to freedom?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Oh my God. But dude, the comment section are brutal. Whoopi Goldberg is saying that she is struggling financially like everyone else. I've never laughed so hard in my life. She is on TV every single day. Poor baby, must be rough.
But
I've been, huh?
I said that's what I'm saying. She's someone who's probably making $20 million for a 5-hour show. Excuse me, it's not even 5, it's 42 minutes per show.
42 minutes a show.
And you're making $20 million.
Yeah. And then another commenter wrote, I've been wondering if Sunny Hostin realizes that the question she asked Kamala on this show is the reason many people turned on Kamala. Is there any different if there's anything different you would have done? Kamala's answer to that infamous question was detrimental to her hope and change campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Sunny helped Trump more than Sunny helped Trump more with that one question than she'll ever admit. LOL.
Yep. It's the truth. She got put out there on Front Street, and they hit her with an unscripted question, and she wasn't able to answer it. And
no, and then Sunny said, "Oh man, I messed up. Let me try to help." Nope, I was messed up again. And then all of them were just they were barking at each other the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because and
they all attacked Sunny. Then they all attacked Sunny.
Yeah, because Alyssa made her she said like this is what's going on, and then Sarah said that when she kept telling Sunny, let me finish. I was like, oh, she's standing up to her now, because normally Sunny's like the big bully on there.
No, the show's gonna die. It's either gonna be they switching up the people, or that show's gonna be gone.
Pretty much, they're switching up.
Gonna be people.
They're switching up.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for every one of them shows now is gonna look for somebody conservative to get on the show.
So I think if they cut Sunny, then it'd be like Sunny, Tiffany Cross, Don Lemon having a girls' powwow of like, we're gonna do better. This is our podcast now.
You see, that's what the View gets for getting rid of Elizabeth Hasselbeck. You see, you had Hasselbeck there. Hasselbeck was your conservative, and you kept hopping on top of her.
You need that.
Poor girl's tired of y'all bull crap.
Yeah.
And now look. You need conservative speakers.
No, that one that I forgot her name, but the one black conservative woman on there, she put everybody in check. Whenever she came out with fact check, she was the smartest one on the show. And they said, nah, Alyssa, you're okay. You're goofy and silly. We'll take you on. I was like, wow. So you want to talk about racism? You just denied a black, educated, conservative woman.
That's how it worked.
For a white woman.
That's how they work.
Racist.
That's how they work.
Dude, we're almost at the 3-hour mark. We got to shut this down.
All right, then let's do it.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Sorry, thank you for spending your precious time. Thank you to the replay viewers. We were just watching the fight, but thank you for tuning in. So, from all of us to you, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Hope we had shared some light on our perspectives on politics and round robin. I am nowhere on social media. I just pop up. So, so Joe, Ted, take it away, boys.
I'm on X, Mr. B 1986. Yeah, at Mr. B 1986. I talk combat sports and whatnot. I'm still trying to get my main Google account. It's a series of events, but I'm soon there to getting it. If not, I'm gonna have to restart, which I hate restarting, but I still got my X account there, so that's cool. Yeah, go ahead, Ted.
And you could find me on Blue Sky because I am exiting X along with everyone else.
You going on Blue Sky for real?
I mean, I didn't say that I'm clipping my account or anything like that. I just said I generated a Blue Sky account because everyone else was talking about it. Just like, because remember when everyone went to Threads?
Oh yeah. Because
Remember when everyone went to insert your favorite, newest, hottest social media account, or
Yeah,
that's
no,
that's
that's true.
that's how we are. So, but it's funny. It's just watching everyone. I'm out. I'm like, I will tell you this much. I still do frequent X, but there's some X is just out there. You know, you could do a search on let's just say you did a search on the LA Dodgers, and embedded in your search for the LA Dodgers is Donald Trump, Elon Musk,
Vivek.
Vivek. And I'm just like, yo, I didn't put their names in my search. I'm like, I wanted to look for whatever you want to, look for. And you say, hey, I want to look for some information on Microsoft Azure. And you just see the craziness that's on there now. And just, I don't know. But no, it's been real. Tony, you skipped out on us. Nah, I was just joking, Tony. But want to thank Tony also, and I'm sure we'll get some archived views and listens and everything else like that. That's about it. I want to thank you guys.
Right. Catch all that Tony.
Yeah.
Tony